Yeah, the CEO, I think, of OpenAI, which is the company that created that, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Since there's been a lot of controversy about that program because of like writing essays and stuff. So schools have decided to like ban it from like their computers and whatnot. And the CEO said it's gonna be like the calculator. Like,
my God,
math tests had to adapt to the calculator. Like there were math tests before the calculator were designed in a certain way, but the calculator computes numbers much quicker than a human can. So the tests had to change, and the same thing will happen with this. Like, so.
Dang.
Have you guys tried using that, by the way?
I have not. I have not tried using that.
It's very, very weird.
You used it?
Yeah, it's fascinating though. Yeah. Like you could plug in. I think you got to just plug in, like, say for example, like you want to send a text to someone, but you don't know how to word something. Like, say it's like a very touchy subject. You could type in like, message to a friend about their recent breakup, and then like it will give you a whole like options, like paragraph of like what you could just send to. You don't have to do anything. You could just copy and paste and then send it to them, and it's like super sophisticated and stuff. Like, it's kind of freaky.
I'm gonna use that. What? I'm gonna use it.
It's weird.
I'm about to use that. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's very funky stuff.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 714 podcast. I'm here with O'Neal and Arith.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you guys for coming by, man. This has been a long time in the making. Like, I don't know when we started scheduling this, but people got sick. You probably got sick too. I don't even know.
I was getting sick too. Yeah. Everyone got sick.
Everyone got sick.
It was just one of them times.
Yeah. But finally, we're here, and I'm glad we get to do this.
Yeah, bro. Thank you for having us. This is dope. I've never done this type of stuff before.
This is his first time on the podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hit, man. It's gonna be a hit for sure.
This is my first time speaking into anything.
In a microphone or anything.
This is all new to me.
Damn.
So
let's get it, man. Let's get it.
I remember the first time recording this. I was so nervous. Like, you might not be that nervous, but I was so nervous I was about to like pass out because I was just thinking like, is this how people do it? Like, is this everything working?
Yeah.
And I think when we talked about this beforehand too, like, it's the repetition of doing it for so long that gets you comfortable. And I think that's with anything in life is you just, as long as you keep on doing something, you get more comfortable with it, and it allows for your true self to be expressed. Like, if you watch that first episode, I'm not myself. Like, completely, I'm like...
I've seen it.
I'm not myself at all.
No, I've seen it.
Yeah, this guy could tell. He's probably going to give me a 1-star review on that.
No. So, like, once we started planning this out for us to do this, I went back and I was just like, even though I was already watching your, like, new stuff, I went back and, like, just was trying to see how it was, like, when you first started. And you could tell, bro, it's super sick to be able to see you with all your, like, decked out gear and like how like efficient you are at communicating with all different types of people and stuff.
That's a skill, man.
Because in the beginning, I watched the first episode. I think like you did a great job, but like you could tell like
I was like a shell of myself. Yeah,
and that's totally fun. That's like how everyone definitely is when they start out.
Exactly.
But you can definitely see an evolved version of yourself. It's dope.
Exactly. Yeah.
As long as you're always gonna evolve, as you keep going every day, you're gonna see the evolution, but. You definitely
I think we all are.
Bro.
Like, it doesn't matter if you're doing a podcast or not. Like, in life, we're meant to evolve. Like, the 15-year-old you is going to be different from the 21 version, from the 30, from the 50. So it should be an evolution of yourself. And as long as you keep growing, you'll see, like, everything else in life just gets better from that growth. And we were just talking about, like, the 5th grade version of you doing dumb shit.
Yeah, bro. We did a lot of dumb shit in 5th grade. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, not a lot of things to be proud of, but looking back, it's funny to.
It was hella funny. You getting to look at a lot of trouble. We basically like we grew up together.
Yeah.
Elementary school. I came here from like Wisconsin in like the 4th grade.
Oh shit.
And then I met him in this place called Hidden Hills. It's like an apartment complex.
Yeah.
And I met this dude at the pool. And then that's when we just kicked it off.
He was playing by himself like a bum. No, I was not playing by myself. He was new, and I was playing by myself too. But
yeah, this dude came up to me, he's like, "I'm a dead fish." I'm like, "What, bro?" Like,
yeah, bro, I said something cringy, bro. I was just like, I kept someone by this guy, and I was like, I want to go talk to him, be his friend and stuff. And I said some dumb shit like, "Look at me, like I'm a dead fish now." Just like,
you're like, "Why'd I move here?"
Yeah, he's like, "Let me move back real quick." This is not my.
No, when I kicked it with him though, we had like, I don't know, like we just clicked right away, and then throughout our childhood, we just like ended up just bonding. Like even like mine and his families are pretty close, but like. It was honestly a joyride, you know. We just get into trouble, just airsoft wars, and
really,
just like we would go into the leasing office and like distract one of the leasing members, like while we're stealing candy from the back type stuff. We weren't really like stealing the candy; it was free, but you know.
Yeah, you were rascals.
Yeah, how every like kid is when they're young. We weren't doing anything crazy, but
nothing that crazy.
Yeah. No, this is the younger brother that I never had. I have 2 younger sisters, but he's like my younger brother.
Yeah,
it's the homie for sure.
Yeah, as a kid, I know that like I think all kids, if you don't have those stories of like being reckless, you didn't have a childhood. You know, like
that's true.
You should like go out and like climb trees and like go out and just have fun.
Right.
And in the moment, you don't see it as reckless. But now that I'm older, I'm like, what the fuck are these kids doing? Like playing, like standing on the monkey bars and shit. Like
it's crazy stuff, man.
Bro, kids are evolving, bro. Like all these e-bikes and stuff now.
E-bikes, man. Those things go
They're
crazy.
They're getting out of hand. Every kid has them now. It's
like the e-scooters or what is it?
It's pretty much like an electric bike. They go up to like 50 miles per hour, probably more.
They haul, bro. They haul ass.
It's like the Super 73. Is that, you know that brand?
Yeah, it's similar to that. But these kids, like, honestly, they don't even need a car nowadays. Obviously, they're gonna get one.
They really don't.
Them bikes are seriously like so powerful that they're banning them from different schools and stuff.
Really?
Now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you not see them around here?
No, not really.
Really?
Nah.
Where we live?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Oh my gosh. It's like, you can tell like it's a norm to have one. And if you don't have one, it's not like you're not doing something right if you don't have one. Like with
like
how many people
one.
actually
like
own one now.
It's like, I feel like
and it's mostly kids or is
it's
it adults?
all kids basically.
Yeah, it's mostly like kids, teenagers. I mean, my girlfriend's little brother Sean, like he kind of put me onto the electric bikes because him and his homies, like they're making YouTube channels off of this now, like making bread off of it. So it's like literally
off of what? Like
off the electric bikes, just like
reviewing them,
like taking videos with them.
It's like a whole community now.
Yeah, reselling them and stuff. But it's definitely a whole market for that like I feel like the older generation hasn't seen that. That's why it's popping so big right now.
I haven't seen it like over here. Maybe I live where older people live. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen like people just riding bikes, like electric bikes. Mostly what I've seen is the electric scooters. Like that's more popular here. But I guess electric bikes now too. Everything's electric.
Because they use the bikes on the streets, like not on the sidewalks, not even in the bike lane sometimes. Like they just like ride around
and
the
it's
middle
fast
of the
enough
road.
to keep up.
Oh yeah.
It's popping wheelies on the street and all that.
Really?
Yeah, people like
going crazy,
kids nowadays
like
are like
New York
learning how to do
City.
wheelies.
Like New York, Philly, just AT. I wish they could have ATVs here. You know, that'd be nice.
I saw some in LA last time I was there.
For real.
It was a bunch of people. Like I think I posted it on my story, but
ATVs are hard.
It was dope, but it definitely wasn't legal what they were doing.
Yeah,
because I don't think you are allowed to drive those things.
I don't think so.
Because they didn't have any plates on them. I think you have to have a plate.
Yeah,
to
probably
be able to drive it around on a road.
Yeah, I saw a video of like people doing wheelies on ATVs in New York. Like there's like a whole group.
It's pretty sick.
And they fucking just take over the whole street. Yeah.
You ever seen them like wheelie videos where they take like the front tire out the bike?
Oh yeah. I saw that one guy.
They're just going at it.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
The guy I think it was already loosened up or something.
Yeah.
And he would just do a wheelie. The wheel would just keep rolling. The front wheel would just keep spinning.
Yeah,
and then he would be doing a wheelie for like 10 seconds.
That's crazy.
And then put the bike
thing
back on the wheel.
Yeah, it was raw.
It was crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's icy.
That's wild.
That's scary though, dude. To like, there's no way you like don't like mess up and like severely hurt yourself in the process of learning how to do that efficiently.
Learn
like
how to do it really.
all the people who do that like and are extremely good at it, like I promise you, all of them have at least one time when they just completely wiped out and like hurt themselves.
You're definitely gonna eat shit for sure. No doubt.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's like skateboarding, surfing, same thing.
Yeah, I ate shit snowboarding. That shit was like.
Was that
Didn't
your first time
recently
snowboarding?
go?
Yeah, it was my first time. And I did recently go. It was honestly like me and my girlfriend. We had went to the advanced hill, which
The what?
The advanced hill. So like, there's the advanced hill,
Oh, okay.
like the baby hill,
Like the
train.
Diamond Hill or whatever.
Yeah.
You guys jumped all those steps to go to the advanced hill.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
It was.
You guys are ballsy.
It was hectic. I landed on a rock though. That was pretty
shit.
bad. I mean, like snowboarding is cool though. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty lit, but like
It looks fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
shit
I used to be
dangerous.
good at snowboarding. Like when I was a kid, my parents put me in like classes at like the beginners level, and then I got good at it to the point where like I could do like I've done like 360s and like jumps and shit.
Jeez.
And but I
Excellent,
haven't
man.
gone in like 2 years or something, so I'm probably not as good as I was. But the more you do it, like anything, I was like pretty decent at it. But I remember the first time, like I couldn't even like stand up for a little bit. Like it was just I would fall over. Like when it's weird because when you turn on a snowboard, both your feet are planted and are strapped onto this board.
They're
so
not
you're
going
trying to
nowhere.
like go in different directions, but your feet are like you had to like lean and all this stuff, and
That's
it's
such a
all
funky
new.
feeling to get used
It
to. I'm
is.
sure.
You gotta be careful with it. That's like when I slid off the rock, I was going like sideways into the rocks and I slid off.
So
and
your
like,
board was on the rock?
yeah, my board was on the
shit.
rock, but it actually snapped like
Damn.
once
Was
I
it yours or
landed.
did you rent it?
I rented it.
Did you have to pay for it?
Nah, luckily
No?
they gave me like a free voucher, like
Oh, okay.
'cause
Okay.
I
That's
guess
clutch.
they didn't tighten like the straps enough or whatever.
Oh.
So-
it's like, it's our fault.
Yeah, pretty much. So I kind of walked out with it though, but snowboarding was cool, man. It's a good experience.
Yeah,
do it
it's
again?
good.
No, I would not do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
No,
was
I
that
can't.
bad?
I can't, man, because I like.
How about skiing? Have you tried that?
I should have tried
skiing
it.
is easier.
I heard it's
Skiing
way easier. Yeah.
I haven't tried skiing because I just did snowboarding so much.
Yeah.
But my brother and most of my cousins have done skiing, and it's just like since you have both your feet separated, it's easier to maneuver, and plus you have those sticks.
poles,
Yeah, you
yeah.
like
Yeah.
pull a little bit, and yeah, I think that might be easier.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm like kind of like a daredevil, so I was just like, everybody was telling me like, oh no, you need to ski. I'm like, I'm a snowboarder.
Snowboard,
I was
yeah.
watching like Johnny Tsunami right before that too.
Yeah,
so.
like Sean
who's
White
that?
videos
Oh,
doing like
yeah,
900s.
Yeah, snowboarders and stuff like that. But it, like when I was up on the hill, I started like over sweating.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like my sweat froze up on me. So I'm like
Oh, yeah.
damn near catching hypothermia. Damn near, but
Was it really that cold? Like,
it was raining there too, which
Oh,
was weird.
shit.
I was like, why is it raining in Big Bear right now?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
When did you go?
I think I went like New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
when like, I mean, it's been cold throughout this
Yeah.
whole like past month, but
I know you could see the snow from right here, like
Dude,
the
it's-
window right here.
Yeah,
oh
that's
my
crazy,
gosh,
bro.
it's
See
like
it.
from the top to bottom of every single mountain. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking
It's
wild.
flooded. It's flooded.
It's
Go
been raining like for a good 2 weeks, like the whole time, just rain, which never happens in California.
Yeah,
like
never.
it's wild.
We
Yeah.
got we got lucky down here too, like Central California, like
Yeah.
San Francisco,
Yeah,
Bay
they got
Area.
like I think what was it called, bomb cyclone or some
Bomb
shit.
cyclone, yeah.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
that? A flood?
Or
No,
they called it bomb cyclone, atmospheric river. Like
Yeah.
all
What?
these things are like just means a lot of fucking rain. That's
Yeah.
all it means.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was crazy. And there was massive flooding like in all those regions, and I think snow up to like 20 feet. 20
Nope.
fucking feet of
Can't
snow.
do it. Can't do it, man. Can't do it. That's not it, man.
Yeah, that's not it.
Are you guys like winter people? Like, do you guys like
No,
winter?
no.
I hate the winter, man. I can't do it.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not into winter as much as I am summer. But
Yeah.
like when it gets cold, like you can do more about it than when it's really, really hot. Like
Yeah,
if it's
exactly.
really, really hot, you could wear like a tank top and shorts, but like you're still
Yeah.
gonna be sweating bullets. Like
Yeah.
I
you
like
be-
winter at night because when you like go out and shit, like you could wear a jacket and
Yeah, you
not
wear
have to
your
like
fits, you
yeah,
know?
you wear the fit. But yeah, during the summer it's just like better weather. Like you just
way better weather, man.
the sun comes out. Like right now it's sunny, but it's still like 60 degrees or some shit.
Yeah.
Well, I try to watch what I say, like in regards to the weather. Like I try not to complain too much because I've been living here my whole life, and like if I ever like come across like someone that's either like from the East Coast or like has spent some time in like an actually like, you know, like intense
Winter
like
environment.
yeah,
intense winter.
I don't want to like be complaining about like
They're like
60 degree weather. I'm like,
Yeah.
They like come to negative 60,
no,
bitch.
yeah, bro. I try to watch
Yeah.
what I say. At work sometimes to make like small talk with people I like help. Like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, it's a bit nippy out today.
It's a bit nippy, right?
No, but I try to watch what I say, bro, because we really can't complain. We have it so good here.
Yeah, no. We
Yeah, it is like
definitely
one of the best weather in like all the world. Like there's, I think, 2 places. I forget the other place that has this atmosphere where it's dry and also like sunny and up to like 80-degree weather. Because in Florida it's like that, but it's humid.
Yeah,
so it feels
right,
hotter.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, man, when you go to Chicago, you'll be like, dang, like, how do these people work in the snow like year round? Like, I don't know how people do that, but salute to them. We do have it good though, for sure.
They need their flowers, bro.
For real, because that's like, people got to feed their families and stuff, and you're working in the snow. Like, you want me to get up and work in the snow?
Hell
like,
no.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because they
That's
still
crazy.
need construction workers and all that stuff. Like
the city still
labor
goes,
workers.
They
moves
still
on.
going, bro.
Yeah.
But salute to them.
I
though.
saw a picture of, speaking of Chicago, I saw a picture like a few years ago of what's the lake there? Lake Michigan?
Yeah,
right?
Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan was like frozen.
Yes,
Like
man.
part of it was frozen. And that lake is like an ocean, bro. It's huge.
It's huge, yeah.
It's
Hella
massive. Like you
huge.
can't even see the other side. So to see that part, like from Chicago, like they had a drone up and
Yeah.
it was like ice. So
Straight
that's
ice,
cold
man.
as shit, bro.
And it's like the wind,
Yeah.
wind hits different in
The
the
wind
mid,
hit- yeah.
in the Midwest.
Windy
It's
city.
like it pierces
It's called the
through
Windy
you.
City too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
my sister was just out there. I don't know if I
She
told
was?
you.
How long was she out there for?
For like a week.
A week?
I remember her friend Jasmine.
Yeah, I do.
Her whole family lives out there now. So like my sister goes from time to time and visits
Oh,
them.
yeah.
She loves it out there, dude.
For real.
She
Even in
tells-
the winter?
Huh?
Even in the winter?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I was expecting her to be like, oh yeah, it's cool enough, but it's so cold.
She's tired of California, huh?
It seems like it.
I think
Really
once you
good
get
Chi-town.
there though, like that you have to like just adapt to it. You know, you're
Yeah,
not
most definitely.
like we're blessed with this weather, but once you go to
So
like New
blessed.
York or like any of these other cities, you
Yeah.
just like adapt to that climate and you realize, all right, I'll just put on my coat. I gotta wear gloves and
Yeah.
just keep on going.
You gotta stay warm, cause
Yeah.
man, that stuff will drain you. To be honest, like a lot of my family that lives out there, like they doing good, but it's honestly draining. Like
Yeah.
just working in that cold, just having to go through the cold. But I mean, Chicago's a good city though. It's like
Chicago's a great city.
fire food out there.
Yeah.
for
You been there,
sure.
Shyam? Really?
I've been there once, actually like once for a layover and then once like I actually toured the city and it was during the summer, which was nice because that's when it comes alive. I think like the entire city blooms, like there's gardens and stuff, parks that you
Right.
could go to like near the Bean. And
Yeah, the Bean.
there's like so many good restaurants
Lady
too.
Period.
Like, and people are nice. Like everywhere you go, that's that Midwest hospitality of just
Yeah.
like
It's
going
real.
and-
I've
and-
heard so many things
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, it's
a real
there
thing.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt. Weren't you just in Mexico, bro?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
That's
before.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. It was a blessing.
How was
That
that?
looked nice, bro. That looked
Yeah,
nice.
it was amazing, dude. I don't get to travel too much like ever. So the fact that I got to go and do that trip for like a week in such a beautiful place, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I saw those pictures. They're
Bro,
correct.
that
The
was hard.
sunsets. Yeah,
dude.
You put the Drake song on the story too. I was like, yeah, that's my
I had that picture playing in my head way before that trip started. I was like, I'm gonna post these island photos.
Yeah. Which song was it?
I forget.
the Weekend done.
Oh yeah.
It's
It was
like popcorn
the
and
new
Drake.
one,
one.
Yeah.
with Papa Khan or some shit.
Yeah, bro. Popcorn.
Yeah.
That type of music is so awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Drake cracks me up when he do the Jamaican accent, though. I'm not gonna lie.
He has
It be-
different personalities, bro.
facts.
Yeah,
He
he
can
could do
switch it
like
up for
any
anyone.
flow though too. Like he'll
Yeah.
go and do just like a singing song and then hard rap and then the Jamaican and
Yeah,
then
Jamaican.
like the Spanish, all this stuff. So it's
All of
crazy
it.
what he does.
It's hard though.
And, but he takes like these massive trips too. Like that video he shot for that music video is like in St. Bart's.
Yeah, like down
Yeah,
there by
man.
Jamaica
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
going crazy.
He
on
goes
that,
there
though.
like at least every 3 months.
oh,
At
for sure,
least.
for sure.
Because he
It's insane.
can't deal with that weather either. Like Toronto is freezing right now.
Freezing.
Freezing. It's probably worse than Chicago. Like that whole area gets
Yeah.
like the coldest weather, and he would just come down to like the Caribbean and
just chill out.
Yeah, chill. It's
just
like 80 degrees.
Yep.
Air OVO, yeah.
Hop on that, man. It must be like owning a private jet must be like really nice. It probably gives you like a lot of freedom.
Definitely.
That you wouldn't expect,
and it's,
you know?
His private jet is unlike anybody else's private jet.
Oh, for sure.
His private jet is not like a G500, which is like a really nice jet. Like that's a $40 million jet. At least 15 people can be on that jet.
Yeah.
But his jet, he got from this Canadian company, Cargo Jet, which does cargo airline, which is like a cargo airline in Canada. So those jets are massive. So it's like a FedEx jet, like those humongous jets that carry packages and like huge boxes. And so they gifted him one of their planes. Like, so he got that plane. I don't know the exact deal, but I'm pretty sure they gifted it to him for free.
They did, yeah.
Right? And that plane is, I think, roughly $400 million.
It's crazy,
it's
man.
massive.
The numbers are ridiculous.
Massive.
It's hard to wrap your head around it. That's crazy.
That 10x more than like a G500. And then he not only like redid the inside, but he spray painted or he painted the outside to be like sky color with clouds, and then have the OVO logo on there. Like that's fucking insane.
It's raw, man.
Yeah,
Drake's raw for sure.
On a different level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it is different to fly though. Like you don't have to worry about your baggage. You don't have to worry about like getting there on time, man. Like 2 hours before. Like you could show up literally 10 minutes before, and you're there. Like they'll even if you're late, they had to wait for you, or else they're not gonna take off. You know?
Yeah,
hell yeah. That's crazy. I mean, like imagine how much stuff is on his plate though. Just constantly, like your phone is blowing up constantly. Like it's probably so many like events he probably is going to, like a lot of meetings. Yeah, and that private jet just
makes it easy.
Yeah, it just saves so much time.
Yeah, it's only worth it if you take, I think, a certain number of flights though. Like every year you had to be flying at least 200 times or something. Yeah, because if you don't, then it's not worth it. Because not only is the cost of the plane a lot, like if you buy a plane, it's a lot of money, but you have to then put it somewhere when you're not flying it, and that costs money. Like you gotta rent a warehouse, a hangar, and then keep that plane there.
The maintenance,
the captains, the crew, all that shit costs money. Like
you gotta pay all of them too. That's, of them. Man.
So he's probably paying like a good $500,000 a month on just that.
It's Drake numbers, man. It's Drake numbers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't Bad Bunny's the top artist in the world though right now?
I think so. Yeah.
Some people argue otherwise with me, but I do think like if you look at the numbers and stuff, like Bad Bunny,
his concerts are crazy. Like
Bad Bunny concerts go stupid, man.
He was in LA yesterday, I think.
Really?
He was at the Laker game.
Yeah, the Laker game.
He was wearing like a ski mask.
Yeah, he was covered, bro. Yeah. He was like covered in like people a Gucci sweater or something. Yeah. But that game was crazy. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I just saw highlights.
Yeah,
Shannon Sharp cracks me up, bro.
That's big honk, bro. That's big honk.
They were playing against the Grizzlies, and I think his Ja Morant's dad was there.
Morant,
T. Morant, and they got into some conflict. I don't know what he said or anything.
Dylan Brooks was actually talking crap to Shannon at first.
Oh, okay.
And I guess he told him like F you, and then Sharp was like come over here type shit. Yeah. And then that's when like Ja got into it, and then Ja's dad got into it too. But I mean, Shannon Sharp, that man, bro, that's a retired NFL Hall of Famer, you know? They were treating him like he was just a regular citizen.
Yeah.
Bro is buff, bro. But did you see Steven Adams come at him?
Oh yeah, Steven Adams.
Nah, bro, I would never mess with no Aquaman.
Can't mess with
Steven Adams is strong as fuck, bro.
That's what a lot of people in the league have said, that he's the strongest player.
But he's also the nicest. Like he's one of the nicest
people.
He's
a gentle giant. Yeah.
Isn't he like 28? He's young, huh?
I'm not sure.
I think he might be 30.
He might be 30?
Yeah, he might. Or I don't
Closer
know. He looks
30,
older. He looks older. But if he's 28, that's good for him, bro. Like
Facts.
He's in great shape, and like he was beating them in all the offensive rebounds last night. Like he was just reaching his hand up and he was getting them. Like he didn't know how to jump. Like he was just grabbing that shit.
So how you feel about your Lakers this season, man? Because I see you got the Lakers.
I got the Lakers
fan,
always. They just have injuries, man. Like for the past 2 years, Anthony Davis. has been out
Anthony
for
day-to-day Davis.
day. I mean,
Man.
look, LeBron's been on a tear though. Like when he's healthy, he's got like 45 points and shit.
Yeah.
Like they need other people to input though. You know, right now it's just LeBron carrying the whole team, and sometimes Dennis Schroeder, he sometimes has his input. But Austin Reeves sometimes carries the team. But when LeBron and Anthony Davis are on the floor, that's when nobody can compete.
I mean, they. I feel like the Westbrook factor really messed up the Lakers. You know, it's a lot of like things they missed in the offseason. Sorry, I'm like, I gotta say this, but it's a lot of things they missed in the offseason. Golly.
That sickness is lingering.
I'm getting off of it though, but it's a lot of things they missed in the offseason. Like you missed DeMar DeRozan, you missed Alex Caruso, you know? But like
they should have kept Caruso,
bro. Dude.
You gonna take Westbrook? Like, why would you take Westbrook over any of that? It just don't make sense to me.
I know Westbrook's like an on and off switch. Sometimes he's good, and sometimes he's just terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's you get you have like a 50-50 chance each game. Like what's gonna happen?
Right.
Yeah, it's weird.
LeBron's going crazy though. I'll tell you that. He's definitely going crazy.
In his
at his
20th
age.
season at 38. Yeah. 38 years old.
He just turned 38, I think, in December.
Yeah.
Sheesh, bro. That's
That's
insane.
different. Yeah, and now he's going for the number one spot for all-time points scored.
Yeah,
and the only
Kareem.
person I think is Kareem.
Yep.
Yeah, which is wild. 38,000
He's going to get it
points.
this season. I think he's only like 200 points away.
Yeah, he'll get it.
He'll
And
get
if
it.
he's scoring 30, 40 a game, like
Yeah,
give him a couple more games, he'll be there.
Yeah.
he'll get it for sure. I feel
That,
like
that just shows like how great this individual is. You know, like from when he started in high school, like he had everybody put such high expectations on him, and he exceeded those expectations.
Yeah.
That's unheard of. That's unlike any other athlete. Like you were on Sports Illustrated cover in high school, and now you're gonna be regarded as one of the greatest players to ever live.
it's insane,
wild.
man.
He rose to the occasion. That's a lot of pressure, bro.
That's a
He was
lot of
He's a chosen
16.
one, man. He's a chosen
He was
one.
16 when he like really. I think that was when he, or was it 16? Either 16 or 18. But he was young regardless when he signed his first deal and stuff. Like, bro.
At 18 years old, he was in the league, and then
So it must have been like 16 then.
Yeah, man.
That's
crazy. They give like all that money. I don't know how much money he got when he first became noticed and stuff, but like I do know that he signed deals before he even went into the league. But to give like a young kid that much money at that age, like it's very easy for a kid to fall off and like get wrapped up in stuff like that doesn't follow in line with the main objective of like for his sake or for his situation. I mean, to play in NBA and stuff, he could have easily like fallen off, like got into gambling, like or like. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of things. How you guys feel about Bronny though? You think he really gonna go to the league and play with his dad?
I think he's
so.
gonna be there. Yeah,
I think so.
They needed 1 year of college though, right? So he's probably gonna go to college for a year and then go to the league.
LeBron's gonna wait for him.
Yeah.
So LeBron's gonna be in the league for a couple more years then.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely make it to the league because of what he's shown. But this is still high school though. Like he's good at that level, and he has a good team like Sierra Canyon. It's a highly
team all
touted
around him.
team. So once he goes to college, let's see how he performs there. And then I think the scouts though, they're gonna want to have Bronny because they know that if Bronny goes on their team, LeBron's coming too. Yeah, and it doesn't matter if LeBron's good, as long as LeBron's there, people go to see LeBron.
Yeah, it's about the money.
Yeah. It's more tickets. Like you go to Lakers games because LeBron's playing.
That's why they're so expensive, bro. It doesn't matter what team they play. Like they could be playing, no disrespect, but they could be playing like the Pistons or like the Bulls. No, I'm just playing. No, the Bulls are good.
Playing the Heat though.
No. But they could be playing like a team like the Pistons, and then like a nosebleed seat is like $80, $90, $100 bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people want to see LeBron. Like they want to see greatness.
Have you gone to a Laker game?
Yeah, I've been a few times, but not recently, not this season. So I want to go though.
I want to go as well.
Laker, the Staples Center. Oh, it's Crypto Arena now. Yeah, right.
It's still the Staples Center to me.
It's
Staples Center, bro.
Yeah.
It's Staples Center, man. No, but those games do go crazy. I remember like my first Laker game. I think it was like
you went to a Laker game.
Yeah, 2 times. Laker versus Wolves, yeah.
He's like, you should have invited me, bro.
I know, bro. Went to our first NBA game. Nah, man. I mean, I think I went with my dad the first time.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. No, it was actually Lakers versus OKC, and I saw Kobe. It was crazy seeing Kobe on the stage. Mm-hmm. But he was honestly like, he only had 9 points, but that man was like, pause. Big pause. That man was strong though. He was pretty strong. He was pretty strong though. But
he just had a different mentality compared to everybody else, bro.
Yeah.
It was like it was unlike any other player. Like he wanted to kill you on the court.
Every time, man.
Every time. I think there was a story of I forget the guy who was saying it, but he said I was on the court and I saw Kobe just practicing warming up, and when he was warming up, he didn't just like dribble around and stuff. He was doing full on workouts, like full on sprints, 100% effort during the pregame. And I was just, dribbling in the corner, just, stretching and shit. I was there for maybe 2 hours, and he was doing that for 2 hours straight.
Sheesh.
2 hours straight. And I came back, like I thought he would leave, but he was still there like the whole time.
Still working.
He said that Kobe did that because I was watching. He wanted to see, like, he wanted him to see how like great he was. Like, this is what you're competing against. Like, I will not give up.
That's a crazy experience, man.
I did hear that too. He was like saying that Kobe responded. He was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to basically. I don't remember what he said word for word, but basically what he said was like, I'm just like." I was doing that to, show you that like I'm willing to outwork you no matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what. At any cost.
He was built different, bro.
I know.
Kobe definitely like he was one of those rare breeds that just like he's literally overworking his body, like on some David Goggins stuff. He was like the David Goggins of basketball, bro. Pretty much, bro.
David Goggins, though, he's on a fucking another level.
Can you imagine?
He's a monster, bro.
He's a monster. Stay hard. Stay hard, bro.
He's gonna pick up the boats.
He's gonna pick up the boats.
Yeah, bro. He's a dog for sure.
Yeah, he was on, I think, Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was saying, every morning I wake up and I see my shoes. For 30 minutes, I think of contemplating whether or not I should run. And I fucking run every time.
Every time, bro.
His discipline is like top tier, bro.
Yeah.
It's top tier, man.
It's another level of... I think his motivation is so pure, too, because he was in that place of, like, being overweight and not being in the most healthy condition. Mm-hmm. And I think he still remembers that day of being overweight and being so unhealthy and not being able to do what he wants to do is like go into the Navy SEALs and go perform at such a high level. So that's his motivation of like, I don't want to go back to that. So if I
keeps
miss
it close.
Yeah.
He keeps it close enough to use it as fuel still.
Right. Mm-hmm. He said he likes going back in those dark chambers, just like even his childhood, bro. He had an abusive childhood with his dad, like his dad, pretty sure his dad was like a pimp or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I saw a video of him talking about just like a lot of people are afraid to go back in these dark chambers of like their pain in their past, and they're kind of just like avoiding it with other things, but it's that action of going back into that and just like Arith said, using it as fire and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. You could either use it as fuel, or you could use it like to just like make up excuses about like your situation, like
exactly
what it is currently.
Be a victim to those circumstances that happened instead of using it as fuel, like because it's all perspective at the end of the day. Like if you look at it as, oh well, my parents, they neglected me when I was a kid, so this is why I have to live this life. Well, the government did this to me, and the weather's like this where I live. You could have all the excuses in the world, but it won't change unless your perspective change. Mm-hmm. So when you start to look at it as, yes, this happened, but I could do something about it, right? It doesn't have to be my story always, and you can just write a different path. And that's how I think anybody who makes like a great impact, like David Goggins, like LeBron didn't grow up in the best circumstances.
No way.
And a lot of people didn't grow up in the best circumstances, but what they did with those circumstances, like their perspective about it, that's the difference. You don't have to have the best circumstances, but your perspective has to be right. Like your vision for what you want and your willingness to go out every single day and like continue to pursue it. That's what makes you great. It's I think
it's gonna take you to the highest level.
That's the end all be all of all greatness is, are you willing to go through the necessary steps in order to achieve it?
And even doing stuff when you don't feel like it, like pushing your body to the extreme. Like I was sick like 4 times within the past 2 months, but I still had to record like while I'm sick. And that was like one of the hardest things for me. And like, I just feel like the people that can work, even no matter what they're feeling, it's going to take you a long way. Like it's going to take you there's a lot of CEOs.
You're talking about discipline?
Yeah, just discipline,
like
bro.
Doing stuff even if you don't feel like doing it.
Exactly. It's just gonna take you so far because it's about who's consistent. Who's gonna last the longest.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. The discipline comes from purpose. When you have a high purpose for something, like your why for doing it is stronger than the circumstance or whatever, your sickness, your whatever it may be, whatever excuse or idea that you claim to be like dragging you down is, instead of looking and putting energy and focusing on the negative things, you put your energy on like, why am I doing this in the first place? Why should I do this? And that'll put you in a different zone of going after it instead of just sitting around saying, oh well, this is just how it is.
Exactly.
Right.
Because motivation runs out. Like it's not it comes in, it comes out. Like there's gonna be days where you don't have motivation to do stuff like you were talking about earlier. Like there's sometimes where you're like, I get lazy with this sometimes, like with the whole editing and stuff, which I'm sure is a lot of work to edit these episodes and stuff like that. But like that's when you gotta let discipline kick in and then keep doing it. It's just doing stuff like is way easier than not doing it and wishing you had done it. Like, and that like applies more so to like more serious things. Like, I'm not talking about like getting up and like, going on a walk or something, but like, like more,
even, I would say even like, since we're in the both like lanes of content creation, even when you're uploading so consistently like you do, I try my best to be honest, I don't really upload that consistently as I should. But even when your views are super low and like you just keep going, like I've had so many videos where I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a banger. I spent like a whole day editing it. Not a whole day, but like half a day.
You put your effort in.
It's a lot of work regardless.
Yeah. And like I just upload it and it flops. Like 30 views, I'd be like, all right, for sure. I'm gonna keep going to the next one. Cause like you never know when you're gonna have that one video that's just gonna pop. Even with TikTok.
And it's not even about the views. Like I always put myself in the position of why, because the reason I started it was not for the views. It was for the enjoyment and the process of creating. That's what I like. This is what I like. I like talking. I like learning about people's experiences. And so I know, yes, the views matter because of, that's how you grow. Like that's how people get to learn about you and monetizing and money matters. But at the same time, that all is a symptom of your passion towards it. Like people can sense that you're putting in the work for the right reasons, and then they'll follow because of that.
Yeah, they'll come.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think everything has come from that pursuit of passion rather than money. Because money, like you could have that as your purpose. Like I want to have a lot of money because I want to buy my parents a house. I want to be able to help my community. You could have that, but if it's only for money, if you're saying I want to start a business because I want to earn $1 million just to have $1 million, most likely that won't happen.
Yeah, it'll flop.
Because the second you experience one obstacle, you're
gonna
give
fold.
in. Yeah,
you're gonna fold, man.
Because it has to be deeper than that. Like, what will pull you? And for me, a lot of it has to do with family. A lot of it has to do with knowing that I don't want to be at my deathbed and think of everything I've done and regret it. Like, I could have done more, but now I'm sitting here and there's not one thing I could do about it. Mm-hmm. And I think there's a quote by Jim Rohn who said, "Discipline weighs ounces, regrets weigh tons." So when you think about that, like, it puts it into perspective. Like, you don't want to sit on your deathbed thinking of all the regrets. You want to sit on your deathbed thinking, damn, I lived a good life.
Facts.
Yeah.
Big facts, bro. You can't regret nothing in life. You got to literally, like, so many people that's going to judge you, man. So many, even like family members, like, you'll peep it. They're going to judge you. Like, I've had so many, like, people just in my life that have just, like, looked down on me because I'm doing YouTube and stuff like that. But honestly,
that's part of it.
That's part of it.
Is,
yeah. When you stay consistent, people are gonna. When you stay consistent and you finally achieve that thing, people are still gonna look down on you. Mm-hmm. It's just they're either gonna be jealous or whatever. So people are gonna be people. Like, you cannot care about what nobody thinks. It's just it's a human nature. Like,
it's true.
You gonna judge somebody. Like, I've judged people before. It's just like a human nature thing. Not saying it's like the right thing to do, but just keep going.
Part of it.
You could be doing everything perfectly, and there's always gonna be that one person who's still gonna have to say like some little thing about what you're doing. Like, so you just gotta keep doing your thing. You can't let it weigh you down.
No. Yeah, other people's opinions. I mean, that even if you put all your energy into stopping their opinion, they're still going to think it. Like, you can't change what other people are thinking. They're going to think it anyway. So why not just keep doing you?
Keep doing you. Yeah. Man. That's the only thing you can do.
It's easier said than done. Like, I do like to think that way, but there is times where I'm like, where I let, other people's opinions weigh in on whatever I may be doing, which is not good. Like, I'm trying to work on it as hard as I can, but it's definitely the way to go to do that.
I think you had to remind yourself, though, that's when you let other people's opinions in, have the awareness to think, okay, why am I doing this? Why is this person's opinion more valuable than my opinion of myself? Mm-hmm. And you'll soon figure out, like, your opinion of yourself should be higher than any other person's opinion of you.
True. Not cockiness, but confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence is
confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the second that person changes their opinion, like, let's say your friend, a good friend of yours says that you're like the best friend, you're a great person, you're very generous, but then something happens and they say the opposite of those things. Now your opinion of yourself degrades because their opinion of you changed.
Because you accepted that as that's who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I think Les Brown said, why would you allow somebody else to have all that power over you? It should be the opposite. Like, you should have the most power over yourself, so that it doesn't matter who says anything. Like, my parents could say whatever they want. My friends could say whatever they want. Any stranger could say anything. But in here, I'm good because I have the highest opinion of myself. And it doesn't matter what the outside forces think. And it's just all within.
All within, man.
Yeah.
All in the mind, man.
Confidence that comes from within, like, is way, way more powerful than confidence that comes from, like, external things, like people, like, giving you, your flowers and stuff about, like, how, for example, how good, your podcast is and stuff now. But,
I mean, that
confidence that comes from within is what really,
and I'm not saying when we talk about this, I'm not saying if somebody gives you a compliment to say, like, shut the fuck up, take that compliment gracefully, but don't let that only be your only striving factor to do what you want to do, right? Like, if somebody says something great, take it, thank you, I appreciate that, but it shouldn't inflame your ego at the same time.
Right. It's almost, humans love dopamine, so it's like you're getting compliments, dopamine rush. You get something that's opposite of that, like, it's gonna make you crash, And I think, like, in today's generation, it's such a dopamine, like, everybody wants instant satisfaction, Yeah. And
TikTok and all these social media apps, bro.
Like, it's all. I mean, if you don't know how to use that that satisfaction. There's always like a yin and yang, you know? But if you don't know how to use it, it's literally gonna like take you over. Like you're just gonna be on TikTok all day. Not saying there's nothing wrong with being on TikTok. TikTok is fire, but
it's fire.
It's fire. Don't get me wrong. Like there's times I wake up in the morning and I'm on TikTok. It's just like, and I have to do a better job of that. But it's all about that dopamine rush. If you know how to like maintain that, then you're gonna get so far ahead of everybody. It's just gonna like your control in your mind is just gonna be insane.
Yeah. Something recent that I've heard was your mind is like a piano. Like you're let's say we're born with our mind, right? As soon as we come into this world, we have a mind and we could think. And imagine if you were born with a piano, like if you had a $300,000 piano in your house, like the best of the best, and you the same thing with the mind, or the thing about the piano is when you first start, you don't know it, right? Like you don't know how to play a piano. And that's the same thing with the mind. People think that the mind is already like programmed, like you shouldn't have to work on it, but it's the opposite. In fact, like you should work on the mind. There's like a certain discipline that you had to have with yourself that builds the skills to train your thoughts in a certain way, just like playing a piano. Right. Like you spend years learning that. To be a master at it, you should spend years mastering your mind. And that's something that I take with me. And I think the best way that I've learned is to like read books, like from people who have mastered it themselves. Like there are hundreds of successful people and philosophers that have written down all the ideas that they've learned through their whole life and shared it with you. Like there are books on that. And so if you could get your hands on that, then you don't have to go through the same struggles as they did. You could just read the solution that they found.
And build off of it.
Yeah, and build off of it. So that's, I think the best thing is books and like videos. YouTube is a great resource. Like you just keep on learning.
Incredible resource. Yeah. Incredible. I mean, even the people watching this podcast right now, it's so much knowledge within this, you know?
Exactly.
Like I learned literally everything I've learned. I went to college and stuff like that, but everything I learned was off of YouTube. No cap. It was off of YouTube. It's just like when you go into that loophole of finding like your passion and stuff like that, like YouTube is literally like a free college. If you think about it.
And it's not restricted to anything so that you could go and find out whatever you enjoy, like the specific things that you like. If you like cinematography, you could, and you don't want to go to film school where they have all these professors and classes and shit. Like you could learn about cinema through YouTube.
It's crazy, man.
That's
we
insane.
have a lot of power at our fingertips, bro.
And now
it's crazy how much we could do.
It's like the AI stuff has been blowing up recently with ChatGPT.
Yeah, I've heard.
That's
crazy,
on another
man.
level.
Writing essays for you and stuff.
That's insane.
Yeah, the CEO, I think, of OpenAI, which is the company that created that ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Since there's been a lot of controversy about that program because of like writing essays and stuff. So schools have decided to like ban it from like their computers and whatnot. And the CEO said it's gonna be like the calculator. Like
my God,
math tests had to adapt to the calculator. Like there were math tests before the calculator were designed in a certain way, but the calculator computes numbers much quicker than a human can. So the tests had to change, and the same thing will happen with this. Like so.
Dang.
Have you guys tried using that, by the way?
I have not tried using that.
It's very, very weird.
You used it?
Yeah, it's fascinating though. Yeah. Like you could plug in. I think you got to just plug in like. Say, for example, like you want to send a text to someone, but you don't know how to word something. Like, say it's like a very touchy subject. You could type in like, message to a friend about their recent breakup, and then like it will give you a whole like options, paragraph of like what you could just send to. You don't have to do anything. You could just copy and paste and then send it to them, and it's like super sophisticated and stuff. Like it's kind of freaky.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use it.
It's weird.
I'm about to use that. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's very funky stuff.
Yeah, it's wild, but it crashes a lot right now. Like I've tried using it a few times, and since there's so many people on it, like the word got out, right? Like I think in December it wasn't as big. I remember like the first headlines came out and I started using it, but like last week I tried and it would just crash right away. But which means a lot of people are using that shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of people on that server.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think that's the next step. It's just gonna keep on growing. Like what we think now is so great. Like Google is so great. You know, it's gonna evolve. Like AI is gonna change the game.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so personal. Like you could you could ask it to write an essay, like a 5-paragraph essay of a book, and it'll write it with no plagiarism.
Isn't that crazy?
Chico, man.
That's wild.
Yeah, out the Chico, man. It's honestly like I feel like technology is crazy. I just got like the little VR set, the MetaQuest 2. It's insane. It's like literally when you put it on, you're in a whole different realm.
When'd you get it?
I got it around like Christmas time. Well, my girlfriend, like, shout out Sabrina, she got it for me. But yeah, it's insane, bro. It's like,
does it connect to the PlayStation or is it its own thing?
Nah, it's like its own thing, but
yeah, it's wild. I tried it once, I think, and it is wild. Like there was a Jurassic Park game that my friend had put on, and you just sit there. You're literally sitting down. You have these goggles, and I was on an office chair that spins. Right, and so it's like a 360-degree view.
Damn.
And you're driving in this Jeep, like through a safari, but there's dinosaurs and things that are flying above you, and the sound is like 360 too. So like if you look up, you could see like something flying over you, and you turn your head, there's stuff over here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like they need to have like an Avatar 2 VR.
Oh yeah,
like
that would be crazy.
Boy, y'all go crazy on that, man.
Oh my gosh. Have you guys watched that movie?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I haven't watched it yet.
You didn't watch it?
No, bro.
That shit's 3 hours long though. It's crazy.
I've been trying to go watch it with Molly. My girlfriend, her name's Molly. She's not a movie person, bro.
Really?
Like ever since she was a little kid, like she's told me many times, like when she was little, like for her parents to get her to watch something on the TV, like she would have to like be sitting on one of those bouncy balls to like keep moving, because like she just can't sit still. Like we watched the Black Panther movie, and that was like 3 hours long, and she like not even halfway through. No, not even halfway through. Like she was like falling asleep.
Really?
She held it in though, because we were with my sisters, and she didn't want to like make them feel bad with her like falling asleep or something. But she can't do long movies like that.
Really?
Yeah, they were both long movies. There was like Avatar, honestly, like you could take a nice little break in between the movie and you'll be straight.
Yeah. Avatar 2, right?
Avatar 2.
Yeah,
both of them are 3 hours, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was long, like, because it's the same guy from the first movie, like, comes back and shit. Like, that's the whole plot. But that, and it ends with it being kind of like a cliffhanger into the next movie too.
Yeah, when
like
he hops back on the little banshee or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't watched it yet, bro.
It's been like 2 months or some shit.
No, I gotta go watch it by myself at this point. I'm gonna go by myself.
But the CGI is ridiculous. Like,
it's ridiculous.
It's crazy how like James Cameron is just. It's a lot of money put into that, but it's crazy how they really made that.
$2 billion or some shit.
Yeah, man.
On it, which is wild. Like that, the water scenes are so realistic because they actually made the actors go underwater to shoot those scenes. Yep. So the movement feels so fluid, and like you're just transported into this world. Like you don't think of it as you're here on Earth. Like you're just experiencing this life. I didn't see it in 3D though. But
that would have been crazy.
3D is ridiculous.
Cool. You saw it in 3D?
I did not see it in 3D, but it would. I'm guessing it would have been ridiculous for sure.
Yeah, I just don't want to wear those glasses for like 3 hours. And
I hear that it makes you dizzy sometimes.
Definitely does. For sure.
Bro, it's I hear. I also have heard like about this movie, like the actors, like since you know what you just said, like they had to like actually like film scenes like underwater and stuff. They had to train like their ability to hold their breath. It's legit, dude. Like they like it wasn't like stuff that they like just computed like within a computer or something.
Tom Cruise
like
that shit.
Tom Cruise, yes, bro. They all. That's a real G right there, man.
There's a lot that went into it.
The new movie, it was Mission Impossible, but it was a trailer for like the behind the scenes. I just saw it like a few weeks ago, and they built this ramp out on some mountain.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
I saw that. I saw
it was
that.
a mountain, and they just built a motorcycle ramp, and this guy motorcycles with a parachute, jumps off the motorcycle like at least a few hundred feet up in the air, and has the parachute down a mountain. And he did that. He did that multiple times for the multiple takes.
Did you see the Did you see the one where he was hanging off the plane though?
Oh yeah.
He was like hanging off the plane on the wire.
Yeah.
That, bruh.
Yeah.
I wonder how much he makes off those movies. Like just to be doing that.
Yeah, and I think this is like the 8th one too.
Dang. I've never seen a single movie, bro, of Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. It's good.
Mission Impossible hard, bro.
It's great. Yeah.
I'm missing out.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
I think it started in 2003, and there's been 8 movies since. So I mean, it's like the Fast and Furious series.
Oh my god!
Let's keep going with the.
It's better though. Like the Fast and Furious fell off after like 7.
Yeah.
I think it's over now.
Yeah.
But they still got another one. Yeah. They're gonna make.
There's another one.
There's another one. They got 10.
What?
They got 10.
Oh my god. Is Vin Diesel gonna be in it?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about the actors, but I did see something about.
There's gonna be.
Are they gonna drive like electric Hellcats? Like
electric air.
They just keep coming out with them, bro. Like I don't know what they're doing. I don't know who's watching it though. Like
that's what
who's coming out.
Who's fueling this supply of Fast and Furious movies?
Like I don't think the critics are saying like we need more movies.
No, they're just doing their thing.
The director's like, yeah, we need a 10th one.
Yeah, we need a 10th one.
It's about that time, you know.
Yeah, that's wild.
The plot to think of a plot that is enough to like follow through with 10 movies,
bro.
Even with Mission Impossible,
gosh.
the plot is always like crazy too. Like it's not just a country's gonna go out, like just gonna be destroyed. It's like the whole world is gonna be messed up.
It's gonna be completely obliterated.
And then he saves the whole world basically, and then they do that again in the next movie.
Yeah,
it's wild.
I think they're gonna have an Avatar 3 too, right?
Yeah, I think there's 6 total.
6?
Dang, bro.
That's why they held it off for so long, because the
They
movie
filmed
did
them.
so well, like one of the top grossing movies of all time. So I think that James Cameron and the studios decided, instead of just putting out a second movie right away, why not design a script beforehand so that each movie like can grow into the next movie, and there's like a whole series. And so that's why there's been like a 10-15 year gap or whatever, and
waited a long time.
Yeah,
waited a long time.
Waited a long ass time.
We were obsessed with the first one, bro.
Really?
Yeah, we used to watch it like he would come to my house and we would just watch it like 1,000 times. Just
Really?
We would look up like the language that they speak, Navi or whatever,
Navi.
and like try to translate it to English. And like we made a YouTube video about it on your.
we did.
We were
probably
obsessed,
up there.
bro. Yeah, somewhere in the lost files.
I think my brother got them somewhere, man. It's a lot of old YouTube files that I have.
Yeah.
Like the Nerf video we did.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I think
Wasn't it like a Mission Impossible thing?
It was like a Mission Impossible thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think as a kid, I even have a few videos of like me just on my bike jumping ramps and shit with my neighbor.
Still crazy shit.
Yeah. It's just somewhere on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like in the
I feel like every kid just like, or every person just has
random ass videos.
Yeah, random ass YouTube videos they had when they were younger. It's just like a thing, you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
when we were younger, like YouTube was really popping. Like it was just like
It was new too.
It
Like
was fresh.
there was no other platform had videos where it was free. Like you could just click that shit and watch anything you want and upload whatever you want too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to, I don't think like back then you had to really get like, oh, there's a certain amount of marks you have to get to monetize and stuff like that.
I don't think there was monetization until later. Like until Google acquired them.
Yes.
That was when it like started to be monetized. Before then, people were just posting random shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whatever they wanted. Yeah. It was a different YouTube.
It was lit though. It was lit. Like I was really like, this dude knows. I was on YouTube like for a minute. We'd be at my house or his house, bro, just on YouTube, just watching like Assassin's Creed and stuff and Call of Duty and stuff like that. Yeah. It was lit though.
I used to be really into video games like during that age of like 10 to 15. Like that was maybe an earlier. But after maybe like 15 years old, I just wasn't into it anymore.
You're just like, it's out of here.
Yeah, it's out of here. Like, it's not this. There was something about the games too. Maybe like the games were better back then. Like,
for sure.
Now it's just not the same. Like there's Modern Warfare 2. There was all these like I think FIFA 11 and shit. Like it was more of a video game. Now it's like so realistic. Like it's not even a game anymore. Like before, you could just shoot that shit from half court and it would go in.
That shit would go in for sure. It's a lot of
like that's what video
now.
games are, bro. Like they're trying to make it too realistic. Now like everybody runs slower. Like you gotta play. There's a different pace and shit.
They made them. I feel like they made them longer now. It's just like
You still play?
Oh yeah, I still play.
You just got a PlayStation, right?
I just got the PS5.
Yeah.
You just got it like recently?
Just recently.
Damn.
Yeah.
How is it?
It's tough. I mess with the PS5. I don't really see a difference from the PS4, but
Me neither.
I don't.
Really?
You know.
Yeah.
I just feel like they make the consoles just bigger every year, but you know, it's. I had to get it though. I had to get it. It was a must because the homies hopped on it. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna get the PS5.
I might get it if the GTA 6 comes out because that's the only game that like is
going into
worth
hibernation
getting.
after that, bro.
Yes, bro.
That's the only game like worth playing now. Like everything else is just mid. Like it's okay. I don't know if you're the same way, but you might have a game that you really like. But for me, there's nothing like those older generation games.
The OG games.
The OG games, yeah.
No, I don't know where they like. I just feel like times have just changed within the video game. It's just there's other devices like it's just other things going on right now. Like when we were little, it was like a little different. We're kind of just like, okay, school, go home, let me hop on the video game.
Yeah.
Now it's like kids got TikTok. They doing TikToks, all this crazy stuff.
There's a lot more entertainment out there.
A lot of entertainment.
Yeah, we also are older too, so like we got more stuff to do. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I know sometimes when I'm like playing like some video games, like it could be like 30 minutes of me playing video games, and then like after those 30 minutes, I kind of feel like guilty that I'm playing because I feel like I should be doing something productive. Obviously, like video games, if like that's your like way of having fun, like by all means, go do whatever you want to do to have fun. But like for me, like I don't know. Sometimes I feel guilty now. Like I'm like, dude, I should be doing something else right now. I don't know.
Facts.
I don't know.
If you're spending like so much time on it, you're like, God damn, I'm wasting my life.
Yeah, but even like I don't play at all like that. Like every now and then, like, but even after like I said, like 30 minutes or something, like nothing crazy. I'm like, I feel guilty, but I don't know why. I don't know.
It's weird.
You just like. It's important to stay productive. Like, you know, you're a productive guy. So, like, you have to stay productive at all times. And you're going to know when you, like, kind of slipping off. And you're like, all right, I'm going to play this video game. But should I be playing this video game? It's like
it should be like a break instead of, like, this is everything I'm doing. Like, it should be, okay, I'll be productive. And then here's a small little break to take my mind off of it. And then come back.
Right, and come back to it.
Instead, like, for some people, it might be that's all they're doing. And then their productivity is low, and then they feel like shit the whole day because they've been putting all this energy into something that's just like wasting time, basically.
Right. And I feel like not even like if you playing video games like for fun, that's cool. But like if you playing it because it's your passion and because you want to do like content creation. And keeping it a bug, if you monetizing like your video game stuff, I feel like that's the only time, like really for me, it's like you're being productive. Because at the end of the day, you're doing it for a purpose. Like there's a lot of new gamers right now. They're
even professional gamers. Like
professional gamers.
Like they go to tournaments and shit.
Bro.
It must be hella nice. It must be hella nice. I think there was a video like, what's it, Nick at 30 or whatever? And he was screaming at his teammate over like a Fortnite build or something. And I was like, bro, this dude's really in his feels over like Fortnite. It's crazy.
They're getting paid though. Respect to them.
Yeah, they're getting paid a lot.
Yeah, they got tournaments and stuff now, like where there's like people that watch like on the big screen, but there are 30 different contestants and they're all playing like on their computers and shit, and people come and see that.
Yeah.
So I guess there's some type of, you know, attention and you know, hype behind it so that it's popular.
Yeah.
So who knows where they'll go.
Well, hey, would you start streaming?
If there's a good enough game that I like. I don't know. Like, what's the best game right now that you're playing?
I would say either like, what is it? The Modern Warfare. Which number is it? I don't even know which one. It's the latest one.
Modern Warfare 2? I don't know.
I'm not into any of this.
It's the
shit.
latest COD.
They remade it or something.
Yeah, it's like remastered, but
You have that one?
yeah, in 2K23. That's what I'm playing right now.
Yeah.
There's some good games though.
Okay. I might get into it if it's fun. Like, but I'm not into it where I'll play for like 4 hours, streaming it for 4 hours.
Yeah,
that's
like
crazy,
man.
That's too much for me.
That's crazy. Your eyes would be baked, man.
I know some streamers do that though. Like these streamers, they like Speed and Kai. What is it?
Sinat.
Yeah, Sinat. They go for like 8 hours and they react to videos and they start the video games up and then they react to more shit and then they just dance and shit. Like that's their whole day just spent like on a camera in the same room doing the like different shit. That's wild to me.
Wild. It's wild to think that like literally your whole life is on a camera, bro. Like
on a camera
in that one chair, you know.
And it's live too.
World.
Like that's what you're showing to the world.
Yeah, you can't slip up.
Yeah.
Nah.
And you got to have that energy too, like the energy to be able to perform. Like, because on camera you're kind of performing.
Right.
You might be like in, being a natural person, but at the same time you had to have energy to a point where people are entertained with what you're putting out. If you're just like sitting on your chair, just sitting on your phone, that's not going to do anything.
Yeah, you're not going to get no buzz off that.
Reacting with the chat, doing all these things. Yeah. And that takes a lot of fucking work to be good at. And these guys have pulled it off,
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's gotten so big to the point where you have streamers like Speed and Aiden. They have their own team now. Like, some of the stuff that they're doing now is actually, it's scripted. Like,
it's scripted.
There's been videos of them telling like Speed, like, okay, you're gonna cry when this happens, blah blah blah. And it's just, but I'm not surprised though. When you're making that much money and stuff, like it's pretty much a TV show,
Yeah, if you're doing it for entertainment purposes, I guess it works out. If you want like a moment that you want to clip, and put that out, But it's wild. It's a different it's a different era now. Like the content game is crazy. People just want those short clips, and that's what gets people's attention spans. Is like the controversial short ass clips.
TikTok clips, man.
Yeah,
it'll take you a long way.
We already had a very and by we I mean like humans. We already have a short attention span, and then like with the addition of TikTok, like
it ruined that.
Now it's like 10 times worse, bro. You could be talking to someone. And I don't know if this happens to you guys, but like I feel like I notice it now like a lot more for some reason. But I could be talking to someone and then like you could just tell like halfway through whatever I'm saying they're just not listening. Either they're what I was telling you earlier. Either they're like listening to like respond, or they're listening to actually understand what you're saying, or they just like don't care what you're saying. Like they're just like thinking of something else already. Like the attention span that we all have now is
small. I think that's why we got to work on it. Like individually, you have to work on listening. You got to work on like understanding other people's perspectives, because if you don't do that, then you're stuck in your own bubble and you won't like learn any other perspective. Like you won't take the time to understand how another person is feeling. And therefore, you lose your capacity to have some sort of emotional intelligence towards people, right? Like you need that's part of being a human, is understanding other people's emotions and how they feel. Without that attention span, you're just in your own world, and that's not a good place to be.
No, I mean, to be honest, like. I have a very short attention span, so I'll be watching, even like with YouTube videos, like the first 5 seconds, if it's not popping to me, I'm not gonna watch it. Like it's just how it is. But that's something I learned though, like even with my videos, like adding a hook in the beginning of your videos, it's stuff like that that's gonna, make somebody really want to watch. But
exactly,
the TikTok clips are really powerful, bro, because it's dudes like Tate. It's dudes like Aiden Ross and stuff like that, Kai Sinat, that blew up off of these TikTok clips. Yeah. It's literally some like the pinnacle of all of this is these TikTok clips. Like it's gonna get you buzzing the fastest. Not saying like, oh, try to just like blow up overnight, because it may not happen for you, Yeah. But if you're consistent with it, it'll happen.
It's a different type of format too, because there are people out there who have the attention spans, because, you know, this podcast, people listen to it, like people listen to at least 30 minutes usually, and that's like the average. So there are people that listen and want to like watch full content things, but at the same time, that platform itself has changed people to only seek that like 10-second quick, like something controversial, something that, like, you know, there's a fucking shark chasing you or something. That's what people want to see, I guess. Yeah. But if it's there, but at the same time, there are people who seek longer form discussions and want to view something that's more than 10 seconds long.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like teachers, especially, like with how, you know, TikTok came about and stuff, like their jobs are gonna get a lot harder, like within the coming years. Like, for the generation like right before us, like the middle schoolers and stuff, the high schoolers even kind of, they're like, they grew up with TikTok. I wouldn't say we grew up with TikTok, because it came out like during COVID and stuff. Like, like these little kids, like they like TikTok is for a lot of them, not all of them, but
they're gonna grow up with it in their developmental stages.
Their attention spans are gonna be way shorter than ours. Hopefully.
Yeah, I was at the gym recently, and there were like two like high school freshman girls that walked into the sauna, and I was sitting there, and both of them were on their phone. Like both of them had like their shoulders, like you could tell that's all they do. Like their shoulders were fucking slouched shoulders, and they were just on their phone. And then when they opened up Snapchat, and the girl, one of them was sitting behind them, and they would just like make faces like this, and then fucking just post those. Like the two girls, that's all they did, like post snaps to their friends and make like random ass faces for a good 10 minutes, and just like on their phone. Were they even
talking to each other?
No.
Dude, that's crazy, bro.
Not
that's
one
crazy,
word.
Bro.
They were sitting right there, and they're just on their phones, both of them.
Really be like that. Even in like, dude, there's some like the category of gym talk, like the gym TikToks.
Yeah.
It's like, it's blown up to such an extreme where like I'll be in the gym sometimes. Like I've recorded myself in the gym plenty of times. But like even on TikTok, a lot of these like gym influencers, like they're just going crazy right now. Like I've been seeing like videos like Alpha Land, Zoo Culture, and it's straight influencers everywhere. Like nobody even working out. Shout out to the gym TikTokers, bro. But it was like nobody working out in that.
They give us free game, bro.
Yeah, a lot of free game, bro. A lot of free game.
How do you go to the gym often?
Yeah, around 3 to 4 times a week.
Dang, good for you, man.
That's really good, bro.
Yeah.
Has this been a thing for a while, or has this been a thing that you kind of picked up recently?
A while. Like the first time I went to the gym, I think I was like 12, and then like I liked it, but I was like too young, and so then I waited, I think, until I was 15, and then I started going like every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Like that was like 3 days a week, and did like light stuff until I was like 18, and that's when I really started getting into it.
Yeah, good for you, dude, bro.
Yeah,
that's for you, dude.
Yeah, but to me, it's like a meditation.
It is.
It's not.
It
like,
does a lot.
It's more than just working out. Like I've done fucking every workout that's known to man. But the reason I like continue to go in is because of the meditative qualities that it provides. Like when I'm in the gym, I don't even bring my phone. Like I don't bring anything. Like my pockets are empty.
Oh, you hardcore with it?
Yeah, I'm no music.
Yeah, he's on his David Goggins stuff. He hardcore with it.
Yeah, no music, no nothing. And I'm
just
there.
Your thoughts.
Yeah, you and your thoughts. And just all you're focused on is the movement. And if you're not focused on that, then you're not going to, your thoughts are going to get a hold of you, and you're going to be somewhere else. Yeah. And you're not going to have a good workout. So it has to be all in focus on whatever's happening right here, right now.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
If you're busy, like, I mean, obviously I don't know what your day-to-day looks like, but obviously you're a busy guy. To like dedicate an hour to the gym or however long you go, like to really make it worthwhile, like that's the way to do it. Like you gotta just just dial in. It's like I wish I could be like you, where like I like don't bring my phone in, but I do bring my phone in because I do listen to music. But I do catch myself a lot of times because like whether it be sometimes I just don't know what to do with myself and I just pick up my phone and like start scrolling, like
be on your phone
open up the weather app or something because I don't know where to look at it or something like that.
I know, but you just learn to be comfortable with those uncomfortable moments. You're just standing there. What else are you gonna do? Just stand, put your arms to your side, and that's just do that. That's it.
Yeah, don't rely on your phone when you feel uncomfortable, bro.
Facts. Yeah. That's how I felt on that snowboarding trip. When I was on that hill, man, I feel like I was on like Man vs. Wild or something, you know?
Yeah, you're like surviving out there.
Yeah, like I'm not listening to no trap music when I'm on the hill and stuff. Like I'm literally trying to figure out like, how am I gonna get down this hill without dying? Like I don't know how to snowboard.
You went on the hardest shit.
The hardest shit, bro. Like I had no music to get me up.
Who let this dude over?
He's on
the
Black Diamond too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
I'm
going
dead,
down.
Bro. Yeah,
that's
but
crazy.
That's definitely. I mean, the gym has a lot. Even like a lot of friends in our group. Like we're going to the gym a lot now, you know.
Yeah.
And it's really like making us level up a lot more. And it's really like. We're seeing the changes in each other because we're going from just teenagers to manhood, you know? But the gym has definitely just taught me personally a lot about like responsibility and just, of course, staying disciplined. But it makes you feel like a god. I'm not gonna cap. Like, like when you just completely just off the bulk or you shredded, like, and you getting that nice pump in, you know?
Yeah,
like,
you just feel good. Like once after you get done with your workout, you just feel better.
Yeah.
And less things worry you because you've gone through like such an intense experience. Like if you work really hard and you're doing 4 sets of everything and you're sweating at the end of it, you do 20 minutes of sauna, you're like, you've gone through the drainer, like you've put out everything. When you walk through life after that, like nothing else is going to move you because you've put so much strain on yourself like through this workout that you know, nothing else worries me because, you know, if I could handle that, I could handle anything.
That's why they say it's better to work out in the morning if you can.
Yeah.
They say like, what, you know, if you get that, whatever it is, it could be working out or it could be something else that is
running
tough,
a little bit. Yeah.
Mentally tough, physically tough running. If you get that over with in the morning before you do anything else, it sets you up perfectly for the rest of the day because like it like you will now see everything from a point of like, okay, I did the toughest thing I had to do today. Now, you know, anything else that's thrown at me, like
it's whatever. Yeah,
bring it. I'll take care of it regardless. It's good, and it helps. Going to the gym, man, it's crazy. It does so much stuff for you. I don't know if this applies to you guys, but for me, it helps me like think more clear. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like there was like, I think I told you like when I got my puppy, like I couldn't go to the gym for a while, like, and I'm still trying to get back into it, but like for a while I couldn't go to the gym just because I was so like fixed up and dedicated to making sure he was raised correctly because we knew he was gonna be a big dog and we, you know,
you had to.
We didn't want him to
time,
be like like not a well-behaved dog and stuff like. But during that time, like without going to the gym, like I did not feel like myself at all. Like not even physically, like more mentally than anything. Like it's weird.
Yeah,
it does a lot.
Yeah, it does a lot because I think you as humans we need to exercise for our body. Like that your heart needs to be at a certain rate every day for you to be at an optimal thing. Like we're meant to be moving. Like we're not just here to sit still.
No offices for 8 hours a day. Like
8 hours a day, like just sitting on a chair for that long. Like you had to at least do something. Like it doesn't have to be for 4 hours. It could just be for an hour. But do that consistently, and you'll realize like you'll feel better.
We're active beings.
We're active.
By nature.
Yeah.
By nature, and even like. Man, I feel like if you have a strong mind, it's just gonna turn into a strong body, you know. Vice versa, you know. But
yeah, you need both. To really like feel the complete human form. Like you need to have both a good body and a good mind, and that's like unstoppable.
And you'll literally, if you work out consistently, you're gonna see the results. Like it may not happen right away, but if you keep going at it, you're gonna see your whole body change. You're gonna see your face change. You're probably gonna grow more hair or whatever. Probably like your teeth will be whiter, you know. But like I've seen people who have been like 200 plus pounds and just like over time, because I used to work at a gym. Over time, like
I forget about that.
Yeah, I used to work at Planet Fitness. Oh my gosh,
That's crazy.
that was crazy. But shout out. Actually, no, bro.
Those are probably some of the hardest working people, and also like some of the least working hardest people.
Hey,
in
I
the
didn't
same
do nothing in that thing, bro.
Yeah, that's honestly true. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't. The only thing I liked about Planet Fitness was a free gym membership, you know? And that's where
this is a
learned.
vibe, bro.
You said what?
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's sometimes it's a
purple,
vibe.
Everything's purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does bother me, but it was nice.
Yeah, I mean, when I worked at Planet Fitness, it just taught me like, okay, I'm just going. That's when I started really going to the gym. But I seen people go from being overweight to completely shredded.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually amazing to see. But I don't rock with Planet Fitness. I only rock with the people that I work there.
Let it be known.
Yeah, y'all fired me too. So
What?
yeah,
You got
What
fired?
happened?
yeah, I got fired. It was some lady
The
that
hell?
was
I didn't know this.
in the bathroom. You know, like an extra 15 minutes after we were closed, and you know, a bunch of stuff happened. But
Wait,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, hey.
Did you press her or something? You tell her to
No,
leave?
I
and
ain't press her.
shit escalated?
I didn't press her. It was just like, I don't know. She started screaming at us and stuff like that. It was just bad, but
And you got fired from it?
yeah, I
I'm
got
confused, bro.
Wait, you're doing your job.
I got fired because she thought I was laughing at her, but I wasn't. I was just getting a little chuckle in, you know. but she caught me, bro. She caught me, bro. And then they reported it, and I was like, I am the worst at keeping jobs, by the way. Like I will
I thought
job
you were
hop.
gonna say you're the worst at holding in your laugh, because that's also
That too, yeah.
Or, not also true, because no, I didn't agree with what you just said about keeping jobs and stuff. But dude, when it comes to holding in your
Like,
laugh, bro,
I didn't laugh. I just had a little chuckle.
I had to, bro, because she was. Oh, I didn't even mention. She was screaming like, "Get away!" Like I was like, "What? Yeah, I'm gonna laugh. I don't care what." But it was a cool little experience, though.
So they got you on camera, like they had like a security camera.
Nah, they had the security camera, and then like she kind of like reported me. So.
Oh shit!
But I don't, man.
reported you?
Yeah, she reported me, bro.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
Gotta watch who you laugh around.
I just don't like, man. I don't like working like 9 to 5s no more, man.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do it right now just because I'm paying off stuff. But it's like, I can't wait for the day I just hit that mark on my YouTube, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just there. Like, that's just the end goal for me. Not saying there's nothing wrong with working like a 9 to 5. Because at the end of the day, like, security is going to be a must. Like, it's so much stress that comes into, like, just trying to be an entrepreneur and stuff like that. But, you know, you got to pay your dues. Everybody starts from somewhere, you know?
Yeah. Everybody has different goals, too. Like, some people, that's what they love. Like, they want that format of 9 to 5. They know this how much time they have off. They want to go to their kids, you know, basketball games and whatever.
You gotta take care of business.
Like that's what they want to do.
We also need those type of people regardless.
Yeah.
Of
And
what
then
happens.
other people want to be artists and music producers and all this creative stuff. And I think this 20-year period has shown us that this is the time where those people can finally go out and be themselves, because it's never been easier until now. Like this is the easiest time, because before you had to have, you know, you had to go to like CBS and ABC and like be able to go into those rooms and have corporations behind you, and you couldn't do it independently. Now, like, you just need a computer, phone,
that's it.
microphone, that's it. Like, you could just do anything you want now.
Right.
And so it's completely changed the game. But at the same time, the work still lies. Like, you still had to put in the reps. Like, you still had to go and continuously work on yourself to be able to get to the point where you could do this full time.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I think, like, I heard I was watching this Yo Gotti interview. He's the CEO. He's the CEO of CMG. This man, Arith, man, I swear to God, man.
You know who Yo Gotti is?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, but he honestly was spitting a lot of facts. Like, he was just like, you have to be a good soldier before you're like a general, you know? And that's like, you always need a mentor. You always need something to look after, you know? And you really got to be humble from the beginning, because not a lot of people are going to rock with you even when you're at the bottom. Like, there's a lot, when you start popping, it's going to be a lot of people that's going to be like, oh, okay, let me hit him up. Let me see what he's doing. But even when you're at the bottom, like, it's going to be so many people that don't believe in you. But that's like the beauty of getting to the top.
everybody has gone through that.
Yeah.
Everyone. Like, just know that if you're listening to this, you're not alone in whatever pursuit you're going after. Every successful person has started with that resistance.
Yeah.
And so and you realize on the journey that it's not other people that need to believe in you for you to win. It's you got to believe in yourself.
Yep.
And that's what life is teaching you, I think, is when nobody believes, the only answer is within. And so you start to believe in yourself, and you realize the only way other people believe is with your belief. If you have a vision and you just believe it no matter what, like this is what you are doing, then other people see that passion and want you to win. Like they'll see your passion and support you through that. But if you're just like, whatever, it is what it is, you know. Then other people are gonna be like, oh, it is what it is. Exactly. And that's it. Like I think other people are a reflection of who you believe yourself to be.
Right.
And the moment like there's a switch that like clicks in your own mind where you're just like you go 100% on this thing. And that's when everything changes.
Yeah.
And you become unstoppable and you live the life that you imagined. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's
it's a
said
wild
perfectly,
ride.
man.
Yeah.
Definitely is.
You never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. Like, you can have like your little cousin watching. You can have like, literally, I've seen it. Like, I've seen people just send me videos and then watching my vlogs. I'm like, why is your little son watching my vlogs? You should not be watching my vlogs.
You gotta stay ready no matter what, bro. How you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
So you gotta really be on it. You know, like you can't. I got little cousins that look up to me and stuff like that. They're around like near the same age as me, but they see the stuff that I do and they look up to it. Like I got my cousin Nathan. He started his YouTube channel up
because of you.
Because of me, but he's always had a YouTube. But like I always help him with his YouTube and stuff like that, and make sure like it's not just me eating. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even eating yet. It's gonna happen though, but I'm not even eating yet. But it's important to just like
shit.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna talk my shit. But even like with DDG, I don't know, DDG and Woo Wop, like he's teaching Woo Wop how to become like a star. Like,
oh, okay. I don't know who Woo Wop is, but I know who DDG is.
It's that one little baby that went viral recently where he's like, I don't even want to say it on this.
Kill my mom.
Have you heard it?
No, I haven't.
Really? Bro, that guy's funny.
Yeah, he's pretty funny, but
he's teaching him how to like become an artist, right?
Basically, yeah, like a content creator / artist. Like it's always important that you just put the people around you on too. The people that care about you.
What you learn though is like more valuable than the actual things. Like you learn that it's the person you become that's more valuable than the achievement. Because you could take all the money away from, you know, the person who has $1 million, like you could take away the money, but they'll probably get it back in 6 months. Not because the money made them rich. It's that who they were, their nature, their skills, the personality, their communication skills, like all that. That's what led them to that path. Like that's why they achieved it. So they could achieve it again in a shorter amount of time because it's who they are that attracts success, not the other way around.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you know, how do I put this? Say if I know only one person and that person's in the same lane. Say I know you. Say I know you. 2 people. That's even better. Say I know a group of 5 people that's in the same lane that I'm doing. It's only gonna make us go further in life and faster because we're learning from our mistakes, you know? And it's important that whatever sauce you have or whatever knowledge you have, that you share that with the other people around you.
Yeah.
Because it's to me, it's no meaning to be becoming successful and the people around you are still starving. Like, that don't make no sense. Like,
you can't be greedy with it.
Yeah, nah. It's just not going to turn out right.
And I think there's no way success comes to you if you are that greedy, because there's something about like if you don't give freely, then the universe itself is just like gonna say, you know what, this guy, all he does is take. Like this person, all they want is to keep their secure little package when the whole abundance of life is here. But if you would only open your arms and realize that once you give, you start receiving. Right. That's when everything happens. And most people think that they had to keep on to this little thing when everything in life wants you to let go so that you could have bigger and bigger things. Right. But the moment you keep restricting is the moment it all stops. And then you think, okay, well, things are happening to me. Oh, there's so much negativity around me. It's because you're holding on. And there's way more abundance for you out here. Way more. Like, you just got to go out to deeper waters. Like, the big fish are in the deeper waters. Yeah. So you got to go out there. That's where.
Get outside your comfort zone, man.
Yeah.
That's how you got to do it.
Exactly.
You got to learn how to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only way you like really go through growth is if you learn how to be uncomfortable, because you can't really grow like to an immense amount without like
being uncomfortable.
Yeah. On the way
it's
there.
part of it. It's part of it, definitely, because the uncomfortable moments are going to come no matter what. Like, you could be uncomfortable in the shittiest situation, or you could be uncomfortable striving for something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got to choose. So
you're going to be, exactly. You're going to be uncomfortable either way.
You're going to be uncomfortable like either way. You're going to be uncomfortable. Me personally, I feel uncomfortable all my life. Like, I've never felt like complacent with myself, and it's always something I got to go after. And I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same way. But just not being stuck in complacency is a key, because the moment you become comfortable with whatever you're doing, say you upload 3 videos in a row, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a cool break. Man, that break, I'm telling you, that break can turn in like 1 or 2 months. It's happened to me before, but you will always be uncomfortable even at the top. Like, it's Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, like billionaires that are still working. Like, there's a reason why they're still working.
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with the money. Like, the reason they have that much money is because of their internal will to create, a product or service, something else, and the money followed that.
Right.
It doesn't happen the opposite way. Like, yes, you could have the objective for money, and it's good to have, but I guarantee you Elon Musk does not give a shit how much money he has in the bank. Like, he just does whatever he wants. And like I said, like, he's the opposite of restricted. Like, most people, if they get to that point, let's say when he sold his company, he had $300 million, right? He sold it, and PayPal, I think, or no, there was another like company that he sold. I'm pretty sure it was PayPal.
I think it was.
Yeah. And he got $300 million from it. Most people would do nothing for the rest of their life.
Just sit back and relax.
Sit back, relax, do nothing. Oh, I have all the money now. I could do whatever. This guy almost went bankrupt starting Tesla.
Yeah.
He wouldn't, like, most people do not do those things. And that's why he's where he's at, is because he's taken chances. He's not like everybody else. Like, he's a different kind of person that wants to improve the world, wants to make change happen. And that's why he's the richest person in the world.
Yep.
And I think everyone gets rewarded not for what they take, but for what they give.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not taking none of that money to the grave.
None of it.
None of that materialistic stuff. Like, man, once you get that stuff, I want it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I want it. I want the Lambo. I want all that. I want the mansion. Like, it just it is what it is. But like,
it's good to have that vision and desire.
Yeah.
And that's what pulls you too. Is like, I'm doing it for that.
For that.
Yeah. But not only that. Like, why do I want that?
Yeah. Why do you want that? Like, because at the end of the day, when you get that stuff, most of the time you're not gonna be happy. You're gonna be comfortable, but that's not gonna determine your happiness.
That's not fulfillment.
Yeah. And I know when I get it, like, I'm not gonna be fulfilled. So I know there's other stuff that you have to work on, and just appreciation for the times that you're just like, I don't got like nothing right now. Like, I don't have no emotion, but you know?
Life is an inner process though. Like, that's all it is. What I've found out is everything happens within you. Every thought has an impact. Every emotion has an impact. And as long as you direct your life in a certain way, it'll head that direction. Right. But most people, they don't even know which way it's going because they're not even at the steering wheel. Yeah. They just say, oh, well, this is just life. But they don't know that they have control over the thoughts that they could think. They don't understand that they have different perspectives. Like, the same situation can happen to you. Two people can get into a car accident, one could say, oh, this is fucked up. You know, how much money am I going to have to spend on all this? You know, my insurance is going to go through the roof. And another person can say, I'm glad I'm safe. Right. I'm glad I'm healthy. Right. That's two perspectives. Same thing, but two perspectives.
Yeah.
And people say, well, does that matter? Of course that matters, because that's going to determine how you go through life. You could either go through it with all this negativity and anger, or you could go through it with happiness and abundance. And it's your choice. And the moment you realize that, life opens up. Like, because then you stop putting the attention on outer things, and you realize that it was me the whole time. It was all in you the whole time.
The ball is always in our court.
Yeah, it's never outside. And I'm telling you, the second you realize that, don't ever stop learning about yourself. Like, don't ever stop that growth, that internal. Like, keep reading the books, keep watching those videos, because when you get to a place where you know yourself so much that it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. You're just so believing. You have so much faith and belief in yourself that I'm telling you, the circumstances will change by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's happened to me, man. Like, it's happened multiple times where I didn't know, like, if I was able to do this. Like, what I'm doing right now, if you told me when I was, like, 16, I would tell you, like, you're kidding me.
Like, what the hell?
Like, what the hell? Like, is this my life? Like, I have a clothing brand. Like, I do this shit.
Yeah.
But it's who I became. That's the most valuable part. You could take all this away, but I'm proud of who I am. Like, I'm glad. Like, I pat myself on the back for taking the risk, for going at it, because most people don't.
As you should.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So and I'm telling you, it's always worth it. Like, whatever that dream is, whatever, I don't know what people's goals are or what they want out of their life, but it's worth it. Just going after it.
Very true. Right.
Just going after it's worth it.
Now is like the easiest time to be able to go after whatever you want to, because we're so young. None of us have families.
Right.
Like, no one's depending on us. Like, now's the time to try out a bunch of things and seeing what you like and don't like. Because, you know, what if something doesn't work out, okay, fine. Like, go try something else. You got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. There's so much time. And
now's the time.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be afraid of failure. You just gotta take that risk, and especially during that podcast lane, you going down that lane, it's not a typical lane that the normal person is gonna take, you know. Mm-hmm. So you're already taking a risk, but by stepping out that lane. But that risk is gonna amount to so much success if you just keep going at that.
What I learned from Jim Rohn, he used to say, it's all risky though. The moment you were born, it was risky. Investing is risky, but so is not investing.
Right.
You know, going and driving a car is risky, so is not driving. Like, it's all risky. Yeah. So if it's all risky, then go for it. Like, just go for it. You're not going to get out alive.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, nobody's going to make it out alive.
True, bro.
Everybody's going to get out of here one day.
You got a two-way ticket here. You came in, and now you're going to go back. Like, we don't know when that time is. So while you're here, make the most of it.
Right.
And that perspective of remembering your death pushes me through everything. Like, anytime I'm scared of doing something, I just say, like, well, I'm going to die. Yeah. So that every excuse goes out the window. Every excuse goes out the window, because you understand that this is a short amount of time. Like, the whole universe is billions of years old, and it will go on for billions of more years.
Yep.
And it's literally infinite. And you thinking that this short amount of time that you're in is going to have, you know, massive significance is, you know, useless. So in this moment, understand that whatever you do, make sure that you like squeeze everything out of it, because it's such a short amount of time. So short. Like,
yeah. And even like, the way I look at it is my future kids, you know? Mm-hmm. I want my future kids to look up to me like, hey, my dad took the risk.
Yeah.
Like, he was one of the first dudes in the family to take the risk and try to, you know, break that cycle of just
average.
Average, you know, exactly average. Like I want my son and my daughter to look up to their dad like he's a CEO, he's a boss, you know. And that's what I really do it for. I just do it for my family and my close brothers by me, but it's definitely for the future. You know, a lot of billionaires and millionaires, they set up a lot of stuff so after their death, their family is straight, you know? They're thinking, a lot of rich people or wealthy people and wise people think after death.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to their future generations, you know? And that's important because anything can happen to you.
And I think a lot of them not only leave them, it's not just about the money, it's the ideas, right? The ideas of wealth. People, I think what the difference between someone who's poor and someone who's rich is not in capacity. Human beings don't have any capacity. There's unlimited potential in everybody. Everyone has unlimited potential. The difference is in ideas. The difference is in their understanding about the world and their perspective on life. That's the difference. And so when you have ideas of wealth, you pass that on to the next generation, and so that it continues to go towards, you know, it continues to build. Like there are certain ideas that it's not just about money, because you could give somebody who is, you know, who's completely broke, you could give them $1 million, they'll most likely spend it all. Yeah. What's the chance of somebody who's broke doubling $1 million? Not a good chance.
Very slim, yeah.
Not a good chance. But what's the odds of someone who's already a millionaire and you give them $1 million? Yeah. That's going to increase.
It's going to increase.
I'm about to double it.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
So that's not by chance. That's by choice. Like this person has developed themselves. So I'm telling you, anybody could do this. This is not reserved. Like rich is not reserved for a certain part of the population.
No way. Success is not finite. At all, by any means.
It's infinite. People think that there's like a pie of success, like only a slim percent, but like anybody could get into this, and it's not even a pie. It's literally infinite. Money is like printed, bro. Like it's not. It's not a finite amount.
Bro. Yeah. When I was in Mexico, so where we stayed at, it was like, have you guys heard of the St. Regis?
Yeah, St. Regis Hotel. Yeah,
I've not. Dude, it's I have never stayed at a nicer place in my entire life. It is like dude, it was so bougie that it was insane. But before I continue, like, not only was that my first time doing that sort of thing, like my girlfriend's family, which is the ones that brought me on this trip, it was to celebrate her dad's 60th. Yeah, this was also like a trip of a lifetime for them. Like we were all like, even though they've worked very hard, extremely hard throughout their lives to like support themselves and like their kids and stuff, it was all new to us, and like it was just crazy to see people around us in the resort. Like you could just tell like none of that was new to them. Like it was
like this anyways, what I was yearly thing for them.
Dude, it was crazy, bro. Absolutely insane. And like I remember I went to this like event that they had at the resort one day, and like I like came across this like elderly couple, and I was just like talking to them. I was like, I just wanted, because I knew there was gonna be a bunch of freaking people that have just made it in life and stuff. So I was like, oh shoot, this event is gonna go down. Like, let's see if we could go like talk to people that like, you know, have done stuff and see what they, you know, what their perspectives on certain things are. And this elderly couple that I ended up speaking to, I never ended up finding out what the guy did. But the lady, she was telling me how she was in the apple jam like orchard business.
Oh, orchard, yeah.
Orchard, sorry. Yeah, orchard. And you could just tell, bro, like they had money, and like she was. But it was crazy to think though, like if you. It's like so easy to think of a rich person as someone like being like a CEO of like a financial like tech company or something like that. Yeah. You never think of like
an apple
orchard business. Like that just goes to show, bro. Like success is infinite. It's not finite at all. You could literally find like
anything.
You could find anything anywhere. Like the ball's in your court. Like I said earlier, like you could
many different
find
choices.
yourself in any sort of like area in life, and like
and did you ask them like if that made them like fulfilled and happy, like doing that?
I didn't get to talk to them too much, but she seemed passionate about it, and that's what I like took away. I was like, like, you know, that's most likely that's probably why she made it so far in life, like because she wasn't driven by
just
the monetary value of whatever she was doing. Like she was like, we were talking about how she like a lot of her workers that work out in like the orchards and stuff here in the U.S. She would hire from Mexico, like get special visas for them and then bring them up. She was telling me about how grateful she was for them and stuff like that. Like you could tell like it brought her joy to reach out to people that may not have it that well in life and then, you know, bring them up here and then give them something a little better, which was cool. They were good people, but dude, that trip must have been one of the most humbling experiences I've ever had in my life. Like from going to like those events at the resort, like seeing all these bougie people and then going out to like, because where we were at, it was like a gated community sort of thing. Like it was a big property. As soon as you leave those gates though, it's like a bunch of little towns where it's like super ran down, like a bunch of stray dogs, like you poverty ridden. Like, bro, it was crazy to see the two extremes of life. Like it touched me and it like humbled me so much. And like I came back here with such a different perspective. Like I always try to be thankful, like no matter what, matter what my situation is, I always try to be thankful and humble for everything I have. But being able to see those two extremes on this trip, like, dude, I remember I was buying a couple bracelets from this like elderly lady and like this little girl that was with her out on like the streets in like one of the neighboring cities. And this was like on a random week. It was like a Thursday or something. And the little girl that was working that stand with the elderly lady, she must have been like 11 or 12, like on a weekday. You're like the fact that she was working like out at a stand like that on a weekday, like, dude, like that little girl should have been like in school like at that time, like, but no, she had no choice but to go work at a stand selling bracelets. And it was just very touching, bro. Like it was insane to like, obviously at like these type of places like exist all around the world, like LA, like there's poverty there and stuff, but like, bro, like
just seeing it over there struck you.
Different scene outside
it touched
the States.
Me, bro. It left residue for sure. Like I was, it's crazy.
It's crazy to think how much of like we're a bubble we're in.
Bro, that's exactly what I'm saying. I came back from that, like seeing like these like people in like these like, you know, poverty ridden areas and like coming back to this, like to us, like no matter, this is all like a hub, like Orange County, like regardless of whether you live in Laguna Beach or like maybe in Santa Ana, like Orange County as a whole, like it is a hub. Like we all think it's the norm to live like this, but because, you know, we've all lived here for a while now. Pretty much. But it's not a norm to live the way we do. Like regardless of whether or not we're rich or not rich, living in Orange County is not a norm, bro.
Yeah.
If we were to see it from a bird's eye view and see the entire world, like this place would stand out like so much more than a lot of other places in the world. Like we have it so good here, bro.
Yeah,
so good.
We're definitely super blessed. When you have a lot of sources in your community, a lot of resources, like especially with education, dude, the community is gonna thrive. Like Orange County people are so blessed, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, we are incredibly blessed, bro.
Yeah, most of the U.S. too, like the U.S. in general compared to every other country is, and it shows. Like only I think traveling does that to you. Where I've gone to places like you mentioned that are full of poverty, and you see people that are living on the streets, and that's like normal, and they're like begging for food, and they've had clothes that they've worn for years on, and it's hard to see. Like it's hard. That's their life. But even those people are full of joy. Like you don't see them crying about it. Oh, this happened to me.
Right.
They're usually the ones with the biggest smiles.
Yeah, they're the ones
You
with the
see all
biggest
those
smile.
music videos like music artists going to Africa and stuff like that, and like there's like the kids like dancing and stuff. Like, dude, they have the biggest smiles from one ear to the other ear, bro.
Unforgettable.
And they're like, they don't have much, but like that just goes to show like money, you know, obviously helps with a lot of things in life, but it's not the answer to everything.
Yeah, it's not happiness.
I mean, you learn to when you're in that situation. I feel like I've never been in that situation where it's like like Southern Africa or anything like that. Like those poverty-stricken places is, I feel like it teaches you to appreciate family more and the people around you more. And the fact that there's the technology is not as advanced as it is here in America. It helps you live a lot of the real life more, you know? And, but it's always good. Like Arith saw the other side of the world that not a lot of people get to see, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like definitely traveling is going to help you explore and network and see the other places in the world. And I feel like traveling should be one of the top priorities on your list.
Oh, yeah.
If you really want to get out here and experience life, traveling is the way to go, for sure.
You gain so much different perspectives on everything, bro.
Yeah, you got to learn both sides, too. Like, the poverty exists, but also the abundance also exists. Yeah. So you got to, don't, you know, and let both inspire you. Let the poverty inspire you. How could I help this person? Like, how could I make a difference? And that's how, you know, nonprofits are formed, right? There's Charity Water who builds wells in Africa to people who need fresh drinking water. And there's also Abundance where you could give back to people in so many different ways, where, you know, the hotel was built there, you know, it costs millions of dollars, but you know, it's creates a paradise on earth for anybody who goes there. Right. So you got to understand both sides. And what I do is just like try to be inspired from everything. Don't set up walls, because the same walls that block out, you know, any kind of sadness blocks out happiness. So just allow everything to touch you in a way where it inspires you to move in a certain direction. Like I know it did for you. Like just talking about it, I could tell it made sort of an impact on your life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely, it's crazy. I'm sure, like you told me that you went to India, right? A couple times.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are both in. Have you been to India?
No, I was actually supposed to go during COVID.
I remember your mom telling me something about that.
Because she invited you, I think. Yeah.
You were going to go.
Yeah. You going to India, bro? I would stick out like a sore thumb.
Shoot. That's pretty dope, though. So you've been to India then.
Yeah. My parents were actually in India for 2 weeks, like these past 2 weeks. I didn't go. I could have gone, but I just didn't want to go there because it was only my uncles and parents were there, and not any of my cousins. So I was like, I don't want to just go with the adults and shit.
With the aunties and stuff like that. I feel you.
Exactly.
Bro.
But yeah, the times I have been, though, it is enlightening. It is it's a different place completely. Like what you see here, and there's of course 1 billion people in that country. So there, and you see both sides of it. Again, like immense wealth where there's a billionaire whose house is like a building. Like it's a 40-story building with bowling alleys and garage filled with supercars. And then across the city is poverty where people live in shacks and they have nothing. You know, like they just work for pennies.
Pennies, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see that. I think India is like the second most populated country in the world.
Yeah, I think so. Right below China.
Right below China.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot of space for everybody to really.
Yeah, and that in Mumbai, which is, I don't think it's not the capital, but it's one of the most populated cities in the world.
Right. What's the capital? Bangladesh?
No, that's I think that's a different country.
Yeah, it's a whole different country.
The capital is New Delhi.
New Delhi. Yeah. New Delhi. Shout out New Delhi.
Yeah.
Shout out New Delhi.
But yeah, my uncle was on the podcast a few weeks ago, and he told me that New Delhi actually is a British name and not the original Indian name. And he's like, why should we have this artifact of British rule, colonization instead of reverting it back to our original name? And he's done like research on that, and he's really into that stuff. Where Mumbai was originally Bombay because of the British. Like they couldn't say Mumbai, so they put Bombay. And now it's back to Mumbai. So they did some changes, but there's just so much rich history in India. Like
Yeah.
it's
a lot.
It's so much. Yeah.
It's a lot.
A lot of ancient culture and food is really amazing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Some spicy food.
Spicy
for sure.
food.
Curry.
Got you used to that.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've never had Indian food before.
What
Really?
do you mean you never had Indian food?
Yeah, unless it's been at your house, but has it?
You've had Indian food.
Then maybe I have, but I haven't gone to an Indian restaurant.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah, that's different.
I by no means am I saying that I dislike Indian food. I just have never tried it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
We
I hear
should
it's
go.
good though. I hear good things.
Yeah. There's
pretty good.
there's a restaurant near my house which is pretty good. I mean, it's
Going
not
after this or what?
it's not like fully authentic as like my mom's cooking. Like that's on a different level.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's Indian food, in my opinion, is one of the best foods in the world because of the flavor alone. Like there's
So
nothing
much
like
spice,
it.
right?
Yeah, there's nothing like
Yeah.
it. Like all these spices like turmeric and
They're so good for you.
cayenne and all that
Turmeric
stuff.
and all that.
Yeah.
They had that in the cooking for hundreds of years, and now
Yeah.
people take shots of turmeric, right? Like
Yeah,
those
like
juices and
wellness
stuff.
shots and
Yeah,
stuff.
like wellness. People in India have been cooking with that for
Yeah.
hundreds, if not thousands, of years.
Well, those spices actually get traveled down like through families of generations of families.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I know in my family, like my grandma, like she passed down my mom like a whole thing of spices that she used to use and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's definitely like a thing we take pride in, so to say.
Yeah, the cooking is amazing. The food in general
Yeah.
is just amazing.
I'm missing out, bro. It seems like
Yeah.
I gotta
pretty
try it
fire.
soon.
Yeah, we should go. We should all go. Like, there's an Indian restaurant near my house. I don't know if you know any other Indian restaurants near you.
Shoot, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The ones in my area are complete trash.
Really?
Go to
Honestly,
Artesia.
That's honestly why
Artesia is
I
like
feel
the best place. Yeah.
Artesia in LA.
It's
Like close to LA, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's
near
LA
there.
County.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
whole place is like little India, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's little
They have
India.
Indian grocery stores, Indian
Dude,
like
what the heck?
markets.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Definitely go there though. The ones near my house,
That's
No,
what
it's
I've
good,
heard.
yeah.
Like honestly, that might be. It's not like the entirety of the reason why I haven't tried it yet, but that does like. I do blame it a little bit on the fact that there's not like good places
Good
around
places,
our.
yeah.
Because I keep hearing that like a lot of people say like the Indian restaurants, like restaurants in general though around our area are not really that good. Like we gotta go like up here more. Like
they watered down in our area. Like,
oh yeah, so watered down.
it's just like
Not
we
even
just need
Indian,
flavors.
just all types of
Everything,
food, bro.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you really got to travel a bit up north, Orange County to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
find a good food spot.
Like Mexican is good in Santa Ana. Like that,
Yeah,
I know
bro.
that for
Facts,
sure. But
bro.
yeah, like the people there, even the Chipotle's better because
It's just way
they just know how
better,
to
bro.
cook. Bro.
That's funny.
Even like Tacos El Gordo in San Diego.
I still haven't been, bro.
You haven't been?
No.
Oh,
These-
we gotta go.
They went without me, bro. The
Really?
one time.
Hey, shout
We
out
gotta go
Malad,
now.
bro. He hooked it up. with
Yeah,
that,
I'm
bro.
glad, yeah. He put us on.
He hooked it up. No.
Yeah, even Mexican food is similar to Indian food. Like in the spices that they use, it's a little
Yeah.
different. But yeah, they have like tortilla. We have roti. Like that, it's
Really?
all similar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of bread, meat, and rice.
yeah, yeah. That's
That's
pretty
sick.
much all it is. Yeah.
Mexican food is fire though. I remember I tried like lingua the first time with him, bro.
Lengua, bro. That,
Man,
Have you ever had that?
changed my life.
Tongue?
Tongue.
No, I don't think so.
It
No.
sounds disgusting,
Yeah.
but bro, it'll change your life.
It'll change your life.
Those
bro.
are my
Really?
favorite. If my last meal, if I could pick it, it would be lengua tacos.
Lingua tacos,
Really,
man.
tacos. Just that's what like spices do they use?
Oh, spice. It's really. I mean, there's no spice to it. At least not
just-
that I know of. Like
It's like
you just use
marinated, kind of like with just
marinated
tomatoes
meat a
and
little
stuff.
bit, and then like sprinkle lime and
Yeah,
like
lime.
cilantro
Is
and
it
onions.
like gamey, like or is it just soft?
It
It's
tastes
super
it tastes
soft,
just like
bro.
beef to me.
It's super soft and it has no fat.
Yeah.
That's why I love it so much because it has no fat. But
Yeah,
if you
isn't
think about
the-
it too much, it kind of grosses you out a little
Isn't
bit.
tongue like the strongest muscle in the body or something?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, it
it's
is.
probably
Isn't that
Eating
weird?
tongue, bro.
yeah.
Very funky stuff.
Doesn't what's his name? Joe Rogan eat the
Elk, bro.
Elk?
Elk, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I wanted to try elk because of him.
Yeah.
Would you ever try it?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah?
because
I'll try it,
Yeah, his explanation of it is that it's a meat or it's the animal itself is in the wild, right?
He's a
So-
super animal. Elk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
elk.
apex.
And have you seen elk in the wild? Have you ever seen them?
Yeah.
They're
Uh-huh.
massive.
They're massive, bro.
They're massive, bro. And you could tell it's a wild animal. It's not like anything else. And the elk he hunts are just like pure muscle. Like they're running around in the woods and stuff. So
running from bears and stuff all the time.
So they're surviving. They're not just growing up on a farm where humans like feed them, whatever, grains or whatever, processed grains. And so when you get an animal who's in the wild, the meat is just different. Like it's a redness about it. It's
you'll taste the struggle in it. You know?
You'll taste the struggle. Like it's gone through some shit. And it's a different. I haven't tried it, but I would love to try it.
I really want to try it, and it's literally only because of Joe Rogan, bro. It makes sense. The way he explains it, though, it makes so much sense. Like the energy transfer from a literal like super animal that spends all his life running from bears and like running from wolves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you eat that instead of like, as opposed to eating like a farm raised chicken. Like it makes so much sense why elk meat, they say that makes you feel so much more like
alive
and like energized. Dude.
Hey,
it'd be cool to try it.
They got bison meat at Albertsons, so
they do actually.
They have bison meat.
Bison meat I think is more available than elk.
I almost had bison meat.
I don't think they really sell elk.
Yeah, there's a place nearby though. Do you know where Wild Fork is?
Nah, Wild Fork.
It's in Laguna Niguel. It's like a meat like poultry shop.
Farm Fresh.
No, not Farm Fresh, bro.
Oh, okay.
But there's a place nearby where we live that sells elk.
Oh, okay.
Not like prepared though. Like you buy it and then you prepare it at home. But
Oh, that's dope.
It's very. I'm super intrigued by it. Have you guys had bison though?
No,
I have not had bison.
I almost had a bison burger in Joshua Tree.
Jeez.
But we didn't. Yeah, we tried going to the place though that makes them, and it was super packed, so we didn't go eat there. But
they're
popular.
I was interested. I was very intrigued on like how it was gonna taste.
Yeah, I think that's the same way where it has the energy of a wild animal instead of it. I don't know if they have farm raised bison though. Who knows? But if it's just a wild bison, I think it's definitely more nutritious than just a farm raised animal.
Farm raised animal.
Yeah.
You broke up fast off that for sure.
I know, but I understand why they have farm raised though. Like we have 8 billion people on Earth. Like we gotta feed people, and if you're trying to fucking catch every animal out in the wild, it's gonna take so much time.
It's gonna be a lot of time, bro. Way more than there already is.
Yeah. So
that goes to show you, like, man, we're so blessed. Like, we have grocery stores, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's other people out there that gotta like hunt for their food.
Still.
Yeah.
And like go fetch water from rivers and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure in India you gotta do that stuff. Yeah. It's so sad, but at the same time very motivating to hear, because like
it's a dope experience.
It keeps you humbled.
It does keep you humbled. I keep watching, I forgot what the YouTuber is called, but he does there's multiple YouTubers that do this, but they do a lot of traveling to like third world countries and stuff like that. And like they're with the African tribes and they got them drinking like the cow blood and stuff like that.
Shit.
Like you really get to see what they're living like.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, just like the amount of bacteria they can fight off even when eating all this stuff from the actual forest.
Yeah, because they've done it for so long.
Yeah.
The generations, Yep.
Yeah.
Natural medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gone so astray from that way of life that I don't think we could ever go back. Like we're just so like it's so different for us to like go out and get water from a stream and to go out and find a plant that we could eat. Like we don't know any of this shit. Like we just have to go to a grocery store where everything's laid out for you and presented to you in a nice way. And it's so different, so drastic of a change. And only in like 100 years, like this has happened. 200 years. Like in the 1700s, there were no grocery stores.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think. I mean, in a couple more years, I feel like a lot of that stuff is going to be, there's going to be a lot of rovers and robots and stuff processing that stuff in the grocery store.
Yeah, I saw your story. You had like some robot like in the
yeah.
restaurant.
That was yesterday, right?
It was at the Korean barbecue place. They had like
I've
the
seen
robot.
those things
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
They have them at a California pizza kitchen now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like instead of the waiters holding it like that
like
thing.
the plates and stuff.
Yeah, the
Delivering
plates.
meat. Even that when I was
They deliver the meat?
yeah, they delivered the
Ooh,
meat.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Pause. They delivered the meat.
They deliver.
They deliver the meat. But even when I was at Arizona State, they have literally rovers that'll go around like DoorDash rovers and
Oh,
it'll
shit.
deliver the food.
Damn.
Like it's crazy just seeing it like
Drive around.
drive by you like while you're walking. You're like, what? But I accidentally kicked one of them over like with the homie,
You would, bro.
and it took a photo of me and it sent it to the owner. So I was like, oh crap! Like these are a real deal. Like
Yeah. Like this guy.
Did
this
you
the guy
actually
that ruined your
accidentally
food.
kick one, or did
yeah,
you kick
so
one
we,
on purpose?
we were on like the electric skateboard, and like I was like, man, F it, I'm just gonna drive it into the rover and just knock this shit
So
over.
it was an accident, bro.
No, it wasn't an accident. I did it on purpose, but
was
I didn't know it was gonna take a photo of me though. That
It
was
was
crazy.
premeditated.
Yeah, it was definitely premeditated, but it's just a robot, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, did you at least like put it back?
Yeah, I had to
okay.
put it back because it was just like doing the little sensors or whatever, like alerting
beeping
the
and shit.
person.
Getting your
Yeah.
freaking eyeballs and stuff.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy, but those are really dope.
Yeah, that's the next thing. I think robots, as long as it makes life easier for humans, we'll adapt it.
Yeah.
Like if it's more convenient, easier for us, like that's the next thing.
Yeah.
So it's wild. Like even Amazon, like now instead of 2 day shipping, it's 1 day. Like I ordered something that was, I think, like just a small product, and it came the same day. Like I didn't expect
crazy,
it. Like
man.
the guy just
That's fascinating.
It's like the 30-minute delivery, right, or something like. No,
Yeah.
you say it came the next day.
Or I thought I clicked next day, but it
Oh.
came same day.
Oh, it came the same day. Yeah,
Same day, which like that's insane to me. you
Yeah,
know?
it is insane, man.
Same day delivery.
It's technology, bro.
It's crazy.
It's a game
You know how many
changer.
warehouses they have to have like around here to be able to do
Yeah.
that?
They just bought like
That's
on
crazy.
this freeway right here, the 91, there's a warehouse and you could see like hundreds of Amazon trucks and stuff.
Really?
And they just bought it like I think 2 years ago. And
Yeah.
they completely, it wasn't even a warehouse, or it was I think a tech store, like a Best Buy or something.
Yeah.
And they completely gutted it and like revamped it to an Amazon warehouse in less than 3 months. Like it was up and running in 3 months. Like
Jeez.
crazy.
There's a lot of commercial real estate up here. I realized when I was traveling up.
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
a bunch of like
Oh
warehouses.
yeah, all this.
bunch
This
of,
is all commercial real
Yeah.
estate. Yeah.
There's a lot of.
It's pretty nice.
a lot of
though.
it.
Yeah.
Well, also, dude, when you gave us the address to this place, it said Anaheim. Is this considered Anaheim?
I think so. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I
Like
like
That's his
for
home
s-
city.
huh?
That's your home city, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yep. And a crime.
You said Anaheim.
And a crime. You know the vibes. No, but I was when I saw the address and it said Anaheim, I thought I was gonna be driving like towards Disneyland or something. I didn't think it was gonna
Okay.
be up here.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I
it was
guess
this-
Anaheim's that big. Like
I
the
guess
city.
so.
It's pretty
Yeah.
big, bro.
And
Yeah,
then
that's
Anaheim
crazy.
Hills is a little more. Like
Yeah.
if you keep driving on this highway, it's Anaheim Hills, and then Corona. Just keep on going. Yeah.
Yeah. When you're done with school, you're gonna be done. You're already done actually.
This semester.
This spring, right?
Yeah, this spring.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you're not done yet.
Yeah.
When you finish, do you have plans on moving out, like of the area, or are you gonna stay here for a while and figure things out?
I think I'll probably stay. Like, but I like this area, like the Orange County in
there's
general.
nothing to complain
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally
We
nothing.
have it all here. It's,
It's not
Same.
a bad place to live.
Very,
Not at all.
Very
Yeah.
good place to live.
Yeah, but Texas is pretty good. Like Austin has been booming recently. There even LA, New York is also a good place. Like I think in your 20s, a big city life. Like I kind of like that.
yeah,
you know
it's,
where
yeah.
it'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to step out the box because you're gonna learn so many things about like just life in general. Just even just meeting new people from different aspects. That's what like you guys go to Cal State Fullerton, right?
Yeah,
Like it's probably a lot of people there from different states and stuff like that.
exactly.
It's just when I went to Tempe, Arizona. Oh my God, that was like one of the greatest experiences of my life. Just
Just the
stepping-
diversity.
Yeah, just the diversity and actually learning how to network outside of your home city.
Yeah,
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's important. You got to be able to network, and you learn that people. It's more than just like a network to use them as something to grow, but just have good friends too. Like you learn just by talking to different people, and you never know who has like similar perspectives than you, or who has like the same dreams and aspirations that you do, and that you can grow together. Like you never know unless you start talking to people.
True, you got to shake as many hands as you possibly can.
Yeah. But
you never know who you'll run into.
Should we wrap this up? It's been like a good 2 hours.
Let's wrap it up.
Lying,
bro.
Yeah.
2 hours? It's already
2 hours
been?
and 8 minutes.
Yes, sir.
What?
That's a good one, bro. It's a good one.
What?
This is time travel.
It's nice though.
Yeah.
Is it dark out, bro?
It's about to get dark.
Probably.
Oh, it's the sun setting?
Yeah.
Damn. That is crazy.
It's like that's how you know it's like a flow, bro. Because time just goes by so fast.
2 hours, bro?
This guy can't wrap his head around it.
What? Stuck for 2 hours, man.
Wow.
That's tough.
Yeah,
man.
that was fun, bro. We gotta do this again.
Dude,
Hell
please, bro. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a little nervous in the beginning. Probably more than just the beginning. But
You'll get it, bro. It's easy. You'll get it, bro.
oh shit, you're not recording anymore, huh?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, don't put that shit in there.
Okay.
I'm just playing.
Yeah.
No, bro, this is a cool experience, man. Thank you for having us here.
Thank you for coming by, man.
Thank you, man.
I know we've been
super
trying to
cool.
plan this for a long time, and finally we get to do
Very
it.
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, we'll do this again. And hopefully everybody watching, listening also enjoyed it. And if you have anything to plug, I'll put it down in the description. And so you guys could check out Hillboy Neil on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Go subscribe to that. You know what I'm saying? Go subscribe to that.
And have a good day and peace.